Turducken.
Hello and welcome. The word of the day is turducken.
Turducken.
We are like 2, 3, 4 months past Thanksgiving. I have no idea why this is happening. But I'm glad you're joining us on this Tuesday. If you like what you watch, why not subscribe? I hate how that sounded. What's a reason they should subscribe, you guys?
Because we're awesome and they like listening to us.
Yeah,
You'll get notified of our sweet voices, and when they come online, you
That's
can
actu-
listen to it faster.
that's actually a really good
laugh a
point.
week kept the doctor away.
That's
That's-
right. Hit the bell.
That's true. All good reasons. But actually, that one about the notifications is actually a good point because we're gonna have 2 weeks off following this session because 2 of our players are taking a little trip and having a good old time, and they will miss us dearly. But we won't be playing for the next 2 weeks. So if you're subscribed, you'll get a little ping when we're back. But do it or not. I honestly care a little, and I appreciate your viewership. Let's just quit this. This is going on too long. Okay. So obviously, I say obviously. Would somebody like to give a recap, please, to get that sweet, sweet inspiration?
All right, I'll do it.
We know you know.
Okay, so we ended last session after getting the stuff from... Oh, wait, no. That was 2 sessions ago. We ended last session with Falvin touching a sarcophagus and being teleported off to Sidon for tea. And... But turns out Sidon was grumpy and didn't like that, and proceeded to attempt to smote Falvin. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, the rest of us were trying to figure out what happened to it, what happened to him, and Damon revealed that it was tendrils of teleportation magic using Thelia, of all Titans. At which point, Megas ran over and prayed to Thelia using the old Triad tree as a focus to use the swiftly diminishing tether to Falvin to bring him back. Meanwhile, Falvin is running for his life, but then Eleutheria intervenes and asks to take this interloper as her plaything, and Sidon relents. And she takes Falvin off to a different location, is about to tell him some great new thing about how she's so glad that that things have worked out this way, and all she wants to do is, and then we pull him back.
A very particular choice of words by me.
Using the Thelian magic, and we take a rest, and then we go through some of the other tombs. Cosmo is covered in black goo. And we decided to just leave it be. And
It was intentional black goo. That's what we deduced.
Mm-hmm.
Intentional.
Yes.
And by the way, Falvin told the rest of the group about Sidon. He did not tell the group about Eleutheria.
Right. Juicy.
Yes. We've opened the tomb of Estor and found that it was completely empty, and so we defaced it.
Very dramatically, I will add. Like full on cursed it. That was wild.
And removed his name from above the tomb.
In a practice from actual Greek history, right? That you
apparently, I believe it is like Memoria, Damnatio Memoria or something is the Latin for it. It's basically like condemning their memory and like expunging someone from all official records.
Wow.
We then opened Telmach's tomb, and he said, "I'm gonna get you," but he was a bitch, and we got him before he got one hit
Yeah,
off.
that,
Didn't even make it around.
he did not.
So we got some more spoils
That's
from
one of
there.
those things that's like funny in retrospect, but I'm like, it's just because I forgot to give him an impressive like, stat block. To be fair, the game forgot to. The writers of Odyssey, the Dragonlords. Thank you for everything. No thanks for Telemach being a little bitch. Anyway, continue.
Then we went to the tomb of Belmetria, and Shade said some respectful words over her tomb, and then we noticed that on the side of the tomb, among murals of the previous Dragonlords, a new mural appeared of us. So that was pretty cool.
We're awesome.
Because you're awesome. Yeah.
And then we left and started down the mountain, and then we saw that there was a giant storm approaching, a unnaturally giant storm approaching Mitros, and so we continued on that way while Kyra ran on ahead to see what was going on. A few hours later, Kyra came back, and she was like, just a few seconds before, there were some actual dragons arrived and landed next to us, piloted by some of the royal guard of Mitros, who said that we were to be summoned by King Acastus to help determine what to do about this new threat. And as we were about to board the dragons, a portal opened next to him, and this bastard steps out, Condrus, an emissary of Lutheria, who sits on the council of Mitros.
Lutheria is one of the bad
portal.
people. She's bad.
Yes. And basically said, or you could come through this portal and travel there immediately, and get there, and so like help resolve things faster. And the captain vouchsafed our journey that like this wasn't going to be some trick. And so, much to Magus's chagrin, we chose to go through the portal and arrive in Mitros sooner rather than later.
Look at that.
And also, Falben rolled an insight check and determined that while these were people riding dragons, they didn't have any sort of special bond between them, and so they weren't technically dragon riders or dragon lords.
Yeah. At least not how they used to make them, right?
Planned obsolescence, I tell you.
The good old days and whatever the naming convention for years is in this world. I don't remember. Great recap. Have an inspiration. Enjoy it. Use it on something fun. Okay. Any other thoughts before we get rolling? No? Cool.
We did all level up.
You did all level up. Yeah, does if we have time at the end, we'll go into your level stuff. Cool. We have a lot of ground to cover, so maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised by cool things you can do. Okay, so let me change the ambiance just a little bit. Why are you not playing when I specifically asked you to? No? Oh god, that's all the sounds, all at the same time. That's all the sounds playing simultaneously. That's not what we want.
Sound of nature.
I think we've had this problem before.
That's kind of what it would be like stepping through a portal into a
No
hurricane.
kidding. So I did fix it because I installed I put a macro like on the main page that is stop all music, and that's the only macro I have because I have to like do it quickly. Why is this not playing? 1 second. No, not a campfire. Oh, hold on 1 second. Not that. Oh god, why is it not working? Hold on 1 second. Let me try to get this pulled in again. You can, there we go.
Dance if you want
It's a hurricane. So, that may be a little loud. Let me turn it down a little bit. To your characters, it is incredibly loud. For our purposes, it is of medium volume. Okay, so from Megus's recap, you guys stepped through Condrus's portal in order to make it to the city of Mitros quicker. As you step through Condrus's portal, you are immediately battered by fierce wind and rain. You are here in Mitros, the jewel of Thelia, the bastion of mortal civilization. But that jewel is darkened by massive, swirling black clouds hanging overhead. Howling gales make it difficult simply to put one foot in front of the other. You are quickly approached by Kingsguard centurions, dressed much like the ones you met on the road. The same color schemes, not the same armor. And they urgently beckon you towards the palace. Passive perceptions, I think, Falvin, you have the highest, right?
Sounds right.
Yours is pretty high.
to. It does sound right.
Yeah. Falvin, you, I mean, the rest of you are like, heads down, just trying to get through the wind, trying not to get hit by flying debris. Falvin, you just can't help but glance up into the sky, and you notice that something ominous has materialized within the spinning eye of the hurricane. I'll give you 3 guesses to what it is. It is the scowling visage of Sidon, Lord of Storms. His angry eyes rove the city until they abruptly lock onto your position.
Put up, hide.
The Titan conjures a crackling white bolt of lightning and hurls it at you. Let's roll initiative.
This is fun.
It'll be fine. Don't worry.
We just fixed this problem.
Did you?
I just specifically avoided this problem.
Okay, so no, we can't. We roll initiative for the Maltese Goblin. That's not. Please use your character sheets.
I refuse.
I just have the image hover hanging out so that everybody can get just a full, long glance at this guy. I think everybody needs to start their day looking at the Maltese Goblin.
Wait, how do I...
I'm trying to find the
open your
bar.
sheet and then
top.
top right, click on the word initiative.
Top
Oh, there
right
it is.
initiative.
There it goes.
9.
I'm not looking at the sky, guys, okay?
Wait, what did you say your perception was, Calvin?
My passive is 18.
Oh, you got me beat.
It's
I only
pretty
got
great.
16.
I'm going to clear the heroes of the prophecy. Okay, so Shade, you are like charging forward through the rain, and I'm gonna need you. You're getting targeted by this lightning bolt. So please
Cool.
make a dexterity saving throw.
How do I do that from the sheet? Is it just click on Dex saving?
Just
Saving
click
throw.
on Dex and then it'll prompt you. Oh yeah, you got it. I think it'll prompt you between a saving throw. Yep.
Did it actually roll it?
I haven't seen a roll.
If you click the thing that looks like a hand pointing to the left over in your actions on the left bar, it'll open up the action tray. Yeah.
Yeah, now I've got a handy dandy action tray for the goblin.
Yeah. Maltese that.
I can just drag you guys' tokens onto the map if we need. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom.
I tried to roll it. It's not doing anything. Oh, there it goes. All right. Normal, I assume. Normal.
Be normal.
Pretty good. So you're going to take 14 lightning damage as this lightning bolt misses you, but still singes you. And then who was second lowest in the initiative? Magus, same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
That's going to be a fail. That's 28 lightning damage to you, Magus.
Ooh.
Welcome to Mitros.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so we're not doing combat. That was just to see who was unlucky. Shade heals 63 damage. Wow. What have you done?
I don't know. But that's what I'm actually at.
Okay, cool. So lightning is hitting the ground near you. You guys seem like you are being specifically targeted here. But the guards are running you towards the switchback hill that climbs up to the royal gate. And they escort you up through the royal gate. I won't go too much into like city descriptions for this session, just because like there's a lot going on and you guys aren't really being able to observe things. So we'll get into like descriptions at a later point. The guards take you up through the royal gate. You pass through a courtyard where you are flanked by both. There are two temples, and Magus, you would know these as the Temple of the Five and the Temple of Sidon. And then moving on up towards the Great Palace, where the king awaits. Okay. And then we're moving inside. And of course, my indoor ambient sound effect didn't load right either.
I'm just gonna real quick take a health potion.
Why would you do that?
Because I'm down to 14.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. You think you're gonna need it in here?
You never know.
Last time he got slapped, so...
Yeah.
You never know.
It's like Magus enters these throne rooms with tiny dog energy.
That's very true. Okay. Okay, so Centurions escort you into the Great Palace of Mitros, through the marble colonnades and into the royal hall where the king awaits. The Centurions step in front of you, blocking your path, and ask that you relieve your weapons before entering.
I'll say sure, and I'll hand over my crossbow, and I'll pretend that my musket is a long toothbrush.
I might need a performance check from you. There is a chance they won't know what it is, because it's unique. Are you pretending that it's a long toothbrush?
No, I'd have to come up with something more elaborate than that.
Stick.
It's a walking stick.
Okay, do a deception check.
Deception.
Pretty good.
Oh, I'm good at lying.
19.
This
Yeah.
is my walking stick.
The guy kind of looks
For
it
an
up
old
and
satyr.
down and just says like, "Hey, don't look sharp, so don't hit anybody with it." But yeah, you crossbow. Shade, he's taking special notice of you.
So I start hitting him my glaive,
Covered in weapons.
my maul, my hand axe, my other hand axe, my other
His
hand
knife.
axe, my javelin of lightning.
Yeah, he has to call another Centurion over to come hold your
It's
weapons.
like, then I pull out the pick. Do you want this too, or should I just leave it in
He
the
kind
pack?
of exasperated. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Then
guess we're doing this.
Balvin.
I I hand over my moon-touched rapier, my hope's end, my garrote, my 4 daggers, my rebound dagger, my silver spear, my quicksilver sword, my umber hook dagger, my 6 javelins that I'm gonna need someday. And I pointedly take out my golden arrow and say, "You don't need this too, do you?"
He kind of grabs it and like puts his thumb on the point, and no, you can keep it.
With a huff, I put it back in my pack.
Oh, were you trying to pawn it off on him?
No.
No? Okay, all right.
I'm just being like, you're being ridiculous.
Right.
I'm surprised you didn't look at him coyly.
You could have. You still have time.
That's coming later.
You have time. And Megas, you have like a short sword stuff?
Yeah, I hand over my short sword.
Okay. They take the short sword. He also points at your armband and says, that too.
Am I gonna stab someone with leather?
And he says, you're a wizard. You never know. But then Condris actually steps in between you and him and says, boys, if you ever took a break from sharpening those spears, you might know a fashion statement when you see one. And the guard just kind of huffs and relents and steps aside. Condris gives you a quick wink and then continues ahead of you.
Ooh, saved by Condris. Ooh.
Now that's looking at someone coyly.
Yeah.
Looking at you coyly. Take notes, Falbin.
I'm going to use subtle spell to cast message to all three, Shade, Falbin, and Theo, and basically say like, we should probably keep quiet about the things we found in the necropolis, in the presence of the king.
I'm just wearing the dome piece. He won't notice.
You're wearing the helm?
Yeah, I am. That's some nice swag. I want my dome protected, son. Maybe that's why you took 20-some damage.
Magus looks at Theo pointedly.
Theo looks back coyly.
Cool.
I'm gonna wear
I
this.
Yeah, y'all feel free to talk about it. Like, how do you want to present yourself?
Seriously, like this guy has, and then like I'll try to like huddle up away from like the centurions. Maybe if I'm not talking.
Yeah,
via message.
they'll just wait ahead of you, like between you and the throne room.
Like, this guy has built up his whole deal about being the descendant of the Dragonlords. It's an issue of pride for him. We might not get off on the great foot if we walk in immediately challenging that pride.
I mean, they could be replicas. How does he know what they look like?
I think that would be worse.
I mean, it's a nice helm. I can breathe electric metal fire.
I'm aware. So you don't want it taken away on order by his guards.
If anything, think about it from this aspect, Theo. It's polite to take your helm off, no matter who it is, when you're inside, especially when you're meeting royalty.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. But you should also just put it in your
Falvin
bag.
specifically tucks on his hood, which is still over his head.
Falvin, I think you're fine.
All right.
Okay. It sounds like you'll have a system. Yeah, because Falvin's always got his head covered. Okay. I really wasn't listening to what you guys were saying. But,
Cool.
cool.
Good.
Yeah.
We're fine. Just keep,
We'll let
just keep
you.
rolling.
We'll let you know later after you tell us stuff.
Love
what
it.
we said.
Well, then I'm going.
And I'll use the armband to recharge my my sorcery points.
Okay. I'm going to take you guys to a new map.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's Mappish.
Don't go anywhere too fast.
Okay.
So, rain hammers loudly on the palace roof, and as you enter the throne room, an ear-splitting crack of thunder rolls overhead. Up the stairs, at the precipice of the dais, a middle-aged man with a powerful build sits on a gilded throne. King Acastus Archelander, ruler of the great city of Mitros and blood heir of the Dragonlords. On the step below him are 4 others. Closest to him sits a beautiful, ageless woman of regal bearing, decked in golden raiment, her starry eyes laying bare your surface thoughts at a glance. You assume this to be Queen Valis, the goddess of wisdom, eldest child of Mitros and Vulcan, and big sister to Kyra and Pythor. Next, nearest to the king, a finely dressed young woman with dark braided hair. Condris, the black-robed emissary of Lutheria, proceeds forward, takes his seat near an imposing soldier with a cerulean blue cloak. His clean-cut dark hair with a light streak being the only visible sign that there is a person underneath this full suit of plate armor and terrifying black steel mask. He stands like a statue staring in your direction. Commander Gaius, I would ask you please take your seat. Emissary Condris, you are late to your own council. King Castus beams when he sees you, extending his arms wide and beckoning you towards the marble steps with an eagerness and a sigh of genuine relief. And you guys can move up closer if you want.
You bastard.
What?
You know.
What? What's up? What?
Mister, I'm going to have a voice changer ready for no reason.
For no reason. It's all good, baby. All right. Y'all can move like way up.
Whoa.
This is sniping distance. I'm fine here.
Theo's good out here. So King Castus, he beckons you forward with like eagerness and relief. Here they are. The heroes of the Heartlands, famed adventurers. Welcome, honored guests. You have not arrived a moment too soon. I am Acastus, king of the great city of Mitros. I am in desperate need of your counsel. As you can see, our beautiful city is besieged by a terrible storm. We have wasted several days discussing how best to placate the Stormlord's wrath, but my advisors cannot seem to agree on a best course of action. You have obviously met Master Condris, Master Wizard and emissary to the Titan Lutheria. His timely retrieval of you is to be met with gratitude, but I would command that he not overstep the methods of a king's summons in the future. This is Gaius, commander of the Order of Sidon, and emissary for the Storm Titan himself. I believe you have met in Astoria. And of course, my wife, Queen Valis.
That we've met in Astoria?
Gaius?
Oh. I thought he said something about the other lady.
Nope.
No, he hasn't introduced us yet.
Oh.
Nope.
Okay, yes. Then we've met guys.
Yeah. Yeah, so he waits for a response if you have one.
May I ask the 4th member of your council?
Oh, yes, Bella. She is, one of my concubines.
Shade would do kind of a formal bow and say, I am Shade. Kind of glance at the rest of the party. We can introduce ourselves.
I don't know.
I am Magus of the Academy, and I am here to help defend my home.
Your purpose is quite noble, and I thank you for it. Your arcane contributions will benefit the city greatly, I'm sure.
As we already have emissaries of the Titans, do we know what has prompted this storm?
Yes, the Oracle's prophecy has angered Sidon. That much is clear. I'm told you are ones who were prophesied to confront the Titans and restore balance to Thelia. Therefore, I have decided that you must be the ones to decide how we now resolve this crisis. We haven't time to waste. I wish to know whether you heroes can stop this storm with your magic. I have heard that there are powerful spells that may be used to alter the weather. Surely, if the rumors about you are true, you should be mighty enough to command such magic?
Yes, Magus. Is that something you can whip up?
I'm going to look over to Theo and say, like, I don't know about me, but you can.
The lightning rod is just a prototype right now, okay? It's electricity, it's way above their heads. I don't think that's ready for right now.
Shade would look at him and say, I fear that some of the rumors you have heard of us may be exaggerated. I don't know that we can directly alter a storm.
See, a shame. Gaius stands up from his seat. Here's hoping the voice changer works.
If you truly wish to see your city spared, you would follow my counsel. Is that working?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, yes.
The oath of peace guarantees the right of appeasement. Your heroes understand this all too well from their time in Astoria. If you seek his appeasement, Sidon demands the Temple of the Five be destroyed. Every stone ground to dust. The presence of this vainglorious sanctum is an abhorrence in his sight. Your people, King, know this. Their eyes are opening to the justice that draws near. Their faith in the five gods and these puppets of the Oracle is ready to break. You only need break the chains that bind you to your own fate.
And he sits down.
Guy seems like he's wanted a party.
Oh yeah, this guy parties so much. Condrus, in turn, casually throws his leg up over the arm of the chair, produces a gleaming apple from his robe, takes a bite, and remarks, "Haven't we had enough of the angry old men? The voice of my mistress holds great sway over Sidon's heart. My good king, if you would but pledge 70 of your youth to take the black robes," he touches his own black robes, "I know my mistress will recognize this as an olive branch of peace and intercede on the city's behalf." And then Valus sits up and looks at Condrus sternly. "I would have you killed before I allowed that to happen." Condrus replies, "My queen, I'm deeply wounded. There's no need for hostility. I promised the Lady of Dreams would treat the children well. They will eat the finest food and drink the sweetest wines. You know,
I know what that food is made of."
My lady, you know as well as I do, the children of Stygian Row would surely appreciate some semblance of charity shown to them if their own king and queen will not provide. And then the young woman seated near the king, you see her looking around the room with kind of a confused look, and she speaks up quietly. My lord? Castus looks over his shoulder. Oh, Bella, you have something to say? Please, indulge us. If I may ask, why the usual solution has not been tried? Acastus says, he kind of sees you guys not understanding what the usual solution means. Oh, yes, no. Normally the priests of Sidon... wow, this is getting a little Pythory. Sorry. The priests of Sidon sacrifice dozens of oxen to placate the storm god. But for a storm of this ferocity, it would require a great number. Gaius, what would be your estimate? Gaius sits silently for what feels like an eternity, and then replies with one word.
Hecatomb.
Castus, he looks shocked. Hecatomb, that must be half the livestock in the entire city. We would need easily 10,000 gold to pay the cost. The royal coffers cannot afford such an expense. He looks at you guys. Perhaps in your recent conquests, you heroes would be willing to donate to the safety of the city. You have heard the options. Please make your choice. We haven't much time.
Starting to feel like I'm at the car dealership.
Question for the DM.
Yeah, that's me.
I remember that this happened, but I don't necessarily remember the circumstances surrounding it. But there was a time when we were in the dome, I believe it was on our way up through the mountain, that it was raining. And then Kyra played a song that made the sun come out.
Yeah, that happened.
And Magus was aware of this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all all were.
All right. Then Magus will step forward and say, in regard to the Council of Gaius, we have indeed seen how he acted in Astoria, and how his options for appeasement were meant to destabilize the throne and throw the city into chaos. I would not advise the same be done here. In regard to the Council of Condrus, I have seen firsthand what goes into the meats that the children brought to Lutheria feast upon. It is abhorrent, and I would not have any brought to that fate. It is poor reason to sacrifice the people of Mitros to save the people of Mitros. I believe if you would give us a moment, there may be something we can try.
Valis stands up. She approaches you directly. She radiates a sense of profound intellect and divine beauty. There's definitely a Galadriel sort of vibe from her.
Yeah. I bow.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Bet your ass you're gonna bow. All right.
Yeah. She is one of the two deities I worship. So yes.
Totally. Yeah. She says, Heroes of the prophecy, I greet you. I am Valis, as you know. For centuries, the people of Mitros have revered me as the goddess of wisdom. Mortal rulers once traveled across the Cerulean Gulf seeking my counsel. But as you can see, my husband prefers to consult with fools and concubines. Your critiques of each of these options are valid and wise, though they each contain a likelihood of success. However, as I'm sure you have rightly assumed, that temporary victory comes at the cost of our own goodwill and conscience. I will admit, the strength of the Five is not what it once was, and I do not believe you heroes possess the power to stop this storm entirely on your own. Though it may betray my own domain of wisdom, I confess I do not know what to do. But joined together, gods and mortals alike, we may find a way. Acastus is looking a little frustrated. He says, "You may be a goddess, my queen, but you fail to understand the hearts of your subjects. This is likely doomed to fail, and then what?" He says, "Fine. You heroes have one day to enact the plan of your choosing. You are dismissed."
Shade would
Over.
bow and kind of turn with the rest of the party, and we
I don't even get juice for recess.
I do have a juice box for you, Theo.
Apple or orange? What are we talking here?
It's cranberry.
Okay. That's good for the urinary tract.
Yep. So
I would like to.
Yeah.
Oh, I would like to message Condress.
Okay. He says yellow.
New
And I
phone,
will
who
basically
dis?
say, like, I recognize the aid that you have given us, but I cannot abide your lady or her methods.
Well, maybe you just don't know her like I do.
Oh, we've spoken. And I'll leave.
What a luck. Yeah. You hang up on him.
Yep.
He just, like, as you're passing, you can see him just way up the stairs. He does the call me thing with his hand.
Insufferable.
He is there to torture you and you alone. So Kyra's down at the base of the stairs, and she's kind of like, she could hear everything, but she kind of gathers you up, and she kind of rushes you towards the door till you're far away from any guards, and she leans in for another huddle like you did earlier. She says, "Okay, Magus, Theo, you're on the right track. I have an idea. Valis is right. She needs our help, and I need yours. So, the song, that's great. But do you remember me mentioning the band I used to be in, the Four Winds? I left it to start looking for heroes. Bandmates got
and they
upset.
stole your
Right, I was
stole
getting
your
into world
instruments.
affairs. We broke up, and now, yes, their instruments were stolen. Yes. Well, Boreas, the Winter Wind, he lives here in Mitros, and if he knows anything about where my instruments are, we might be able to do the thing you're talking about. Are you with me?
Yes. I also have in mind to not just that. Quick question. Like, was it a complex song or was it a simple tune?
Simple tune, but it's one
Simple
that
tune.
Theo can replicate, even if it was, through the fire and flames. You
Right.
know, Theo can do it.
True. However,
Guitar
like
Hero
I'm
artist.
like this is Magus' city. He is now running through various contacts in his head. So like, what if we had more? Not just you and your bandmates, but the city itself.
Well, they're all locked in their houses, hiding from the storm. Let's go speak to Boreas. We'll talk on the road.
Right.
I like where your head's at. She leads you out of the temple and back out to the Mitros player map.
And we took all of our weapons back.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yes, all of our weapons.
You get them all.
Are any of the guards we see on the way back out the ones that came in with us?
Yeah, totally.
Like the ones that picked us up and like were like, hey, come with us.
Yeah, they stayed at the outside, like the outer door.
As we're like coming by them, after collecting all of our gear and stuff, Shade would ask them, sirs, you saw the lightning that struck us as soon as we arrived in the city. Has that been happening to any of the people of Mitros that you have seen or are aware of? Was that something specific towards us, or has that been happening in the city at large?
Oh, lightning. It just, you never know when it's gonna strike. Never strikes in the same place twice, though. Just,
So have a bunch of people been hit by lightning in this storm?
I don't know. Do you know anybody that's ever been struck by lightning? But statistically...
Yeah, 3 of us.
Oh. All right,
2 of us just now.
I was there. I remember. I mean, people get struck by lightning in storms all the time. It just happens, I guess. They didn't see the face in the clouds. So you're not sure if like you guys were the only recipients of like pointed like hurled lightning bolts, or if they were just like naturally occurring lightning bolts.
Right. That's kind of what Shade is trying to get at.
Yeah.
Is Sidon like being like, hey, those people are running around, zap. People running around,
Zap.
Like,
You're not sure, but that is a good question, because that would, probably mean something.
Be like, citizens, arise, defend yourselves, and Sidon be like, haha,
Zap.
no.
Right.
Rain lightning.
Yeah, you're not sure, especially when it comes to like the whole rite of appeasement thing. If this is like punishment for not receiving his due, he might. It seems like sometimes action is allowed in that case, just not against the gods or their direct servants. But you guys are an exception for rules.
Which that would be something that Shade would be bringing up to the rest of the party as we're walking, is like complete dismantlement and destruction of the Temple of the Five seems awfully borderline of violating the Oath of Peace. Seems very close to acting directly against the Five. I don't know, but that's what my legal sense is telling me.
Kyra says, well, but they're asking that we do it. They're asking that we dismantle it ourselves. So that
right, but it's still a demand directly against the Five. That's why I said it seems very borderline.
You should visit the Minotaur market later.
Yeah. As we're exiting and coming out into like the courtyard area.
Yeah.
I would like to look back toward the academy.
Yeah.
And
it
I'm
says
just
hi.
wondering, like, I'm wondering if like I'm almost half expecting to see like a dome of protection, like Hogwarts style, because like it is headed by Master Machaon, who is an abjurer.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's reasonable. Yeah, we'll say that there's like maybe a section of building that is made of like very delicate material. Maybe there's a library that has a bunch of stained glass or something, and they're like protecting this very vulnerable part of the construction with magic. Totally, yeah.
Okay.
And then you see like a firebolt fly out towards the clouds, and then a lightning bolt strike where the firebolt came from.
Yeah.
That's 4. A 4.
That doesn't happen. Okay.
I mean, who's Giannis' sister? I forgot her name, but like that almost seems like something that she would do.
I don't remember.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys head. Kyra's leading you towards the vineyards of Mitros, to the east, outside the city gates.
Excellent. Yes.
Yeah. Why?
We like vineyards are tended by a whole bunch of satyrs.
Oh,
We got musicians.
that's a great point.
I don't think they'll be out though.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see.
Let's get another. Let's get another dexterity save from. Do you guys want to roll initiative again? And
Can I say that I have my hood up, like my traveling cloak? I'm trying to be incognito this time.
well, you also have a big old tiger with you, so.
I would have put my helm back on when
You guys
we were
ever seen the
outside.
movie? You ever seen the movie Clear and Present Danger? It's got Harrison Ford in it. It's like a. So there's a scene where they're gonna blow up a house with a bunch of cartel guys in it, and they need a target to paint with a laser designator. And then this guy pulls up in this big yellow pickup truck, and they're like, "That's it." And so they laser designate the pickup truck. So that's Shade. He's the big yellow pickup truck.
Then I will also, like, surreptitiously put on my helm and then pull like my hood up over it, so it's not obvious that
For
I'm wearing
that
it.
sweet damage resistance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Smart man.
I almost died.
You did almost die.
And hey, look.
Hey,
It's my
look.
turn.
Let's get. So who do we have at the bottom? We got Theo and Shade, right?
No.
On Magus.
What am I looking at?
I don't know.
I don't see Magus in the
I
initiative
don't
order.
know.
Maybe it
It's
didn't reach that from
16.16.
last time.
Okay. Well, all right. So Theo and Magus, go ahead and roll dex saves. I'm gonna roll 8d6 as lightning.
I'm gonna roll that at advantage using inspiration.
Wow, you guys both
I've seen
rolled
people
awful.
Get fried.
Yeah, same.
You also have luck points, Theo.
Yeah, I'm gonna use
Silence coming for you.
a luck point.
He's like, I know that's no walking stick.
Come on.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So you guys both take 14 lightning. Well, so Magus takes 7 lightning damage because you have resistance. Theo takes 14.
What? I don't have resistance.
Do you? No, because you're mithril.
Do
It's
I?
cold
Yeah.
damage. You're
I don't know.
resistant. Your helmet gives you cold damage resistance.
Maybe it's cold lightning.
No, hot.
Ice lightning.
It's
While-
hot.
While this is going on, Falbin is carrying his bag of rats above his head. As if
Yes, he is.
Okay. All right. I love that.
Meat
Bucket
shield.
rats, use your magic to keep me safe.
Save me.
Bog talk 101.
Bog talk.
In
That's
a
a
thunderstorm, raise a rat above your head.
reference. Okay, so y'all heroes of the prophecy. You get to the eastern bridge after a few minutes, and then start to cross over. Eventually, you get to the outer gates, eastern gates. After which, it is basically just sprawling fields of vineyards, row after row of grapevines. There are no obvious signs of caretakers, because hurricane. But you guys have to walk for a couple miles. It's a pretty long way. And even after walking for a few miles, struggling against the storm. The wind does not let go. As you cross farmlands, you see flying crops ripped from their fields, as well as small barns and warehouses destroyed. And yet, some of these vineyards seem to resist. You approach hundreds of grapevines spread in carefully aligned rows, still tied to the land, as if refusing to fall. In one corner of these fields is a single-floor house, simple but large, with a small barn and a tool storage shed. And on the courtyard, on the ground in the courtyard, there is a painted circular pattern with Sylvan inscriptions. And I'm going to take you over to that map. And thank you to Discord user, is it Nathalri, from the Odyssey Discord. I am borrowing this little side quest thing. So you see this house and couple buildings in the middle of these like very planted plants. Like, despite the wind, they are holding strong. Are you guys able to move?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And I did mention the circle here has inscriptions written in Sylvan.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody read Sylvan?
Oh
I can
yeah.
read Sylvan.
You guys can?
Let me
Yeah.
double check my languages.
Yes, I can.
Oh my god. Of course you guys are raising a tree. This is like, you guys, you know, in The Incredibles when the babysitter is like, you should play Mozart for babies because Mozart makes babies smarter. Like, that's, you guys are like singing to it in Sylvan. That's like
Yeah.
playing Mozart to it.
I have common and silver.
We gotta talk to it every day, otherwise it won't recognize our voices
Yeah.
when we.
Exactly.
We need this. We need this sapling to be dual language at least. Common and Sylvan.
It's
That's what you
2023,
need in the
baby.
world.
Yeah. Like, if we want this to be successful, if we want them to grow up to be a productive member of society, we've got to.
Amazing. So those of you that can read Sylvan, all of you, the writing reads, "Today the sun shines in that direction." And you can assume that based on how the circles are lined up, this is a compass of sorts. And let's see. There is a door. You don't see anybody outside because storm.
Do I recognize this this estate? Having spent a fair amount of time partying it up with the satyrs who tend the general vineyards over here.
You're actually not sure. You've seen satyrs come and go from this place, but
Okay.
faces change a lot. It's not always the same people.
Okay. Let's see.
Because Kyra led us here, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she should probably say something.
Yeah. Shade would at least look to her and be like, which
This whole operation was your
House.
idea.
which house are we headed towards?
I
She.
am Kyra.
You're Kyra. She says. She says, "Oh, I hope Sulia's home. Oh, okay." And she runs up to the door and she knocks a lot until the door, a latch opens and the door cracks open, and she says, "Hello?" And she says, "Oh, Sulia, you're here. Is Boreas home?" And she's, "Oh, he's not here, but I can find him for you and ask him to come." She walks outside. She kind of pulls her hood over. The storm is much less here. It's like you guys can walk around and stand. And she walks out and into the middle of the compass, looks down at the ground, and then starts walking off into the fields. She's, "Wait here, I'll bring him back." After a few minutes, she returns with a couple of satyr children. They're holding her arms as she walks. One of them is crying as the cold rain chills him. And she says, "Boreas will meet you at that point, X meters from here. Just walk that way. See the compass on the ground? Just walk the way you saw me walk." And she goes inside with the children.
Right.
And we'll say,
At
just
this
for
point,
map purposes, it's like this way.
Okay. At this point, I will start explaining my plan to Kyra.
Okay, so what's your idea? What is this idea of yours?
Well, I have no doubt in the strength of your song and your instruments, but
Oh, I do.
Okay, you doubt the strength of your song and your instruments.
Oh,
and,
absolutely.
and
See what I did there? Loot. Oh no, it's like a 30% chance we'll die, but you know, it seems like a better idea than making the Titans stronger.
Right, but also both Gaius and particularly Gaius, and I believe also Chondrus, spoke about how the will of the people was turning against the Five and towards the Titans. What if we could demonstrate that that was the opposite? What if we could teach your song and have it not just played by you and by us, but also by the satyrs, by also the sirens of the Harps Bridge? I have friends who are connected with like the punk scene in Stygian Row. They would be happy to play any kind of music to stick it to the man. If we could have the city itself play your song.
I mean, maybe, but do we have time to do all this? We have less than a day. We have like 10 hours to get this done. Maybe.
We can try. And if they require protection, I know that of the Academy, Master Machion is a skilled abjurer. I'm sure that he could offer protection to some.
We will see what we can do. It will take a lot of doing, especially with everyone holed up. Why don't we start with the satyrs, and you know, if we can get help there, then that's a start.
This is me telling the DM what I.
Yeah, no, I got it. I gotcha. So yeah, all of that not at all possible. Some of it maybe. It's just it's a time thing. It's just there's just not enough time. So first things first. You guys are walking, and for a while you walk, and you start to wonder maybe if Sulia lied to you, because there's nothing but grapes and wet earth ahead of you. But you keep walking, and eventually you take a step, and your foot doesn't sink into the mud because it's not mud; it's dry dirt. You no longer feel droplets falling against your face, and you look up and you see the sun shine bright above your head, and the horizon looks wavy like a mirage. The path ahead is the same as it was, but as if it was never touched by Sidon Storm. And far deeper in, you see a satyr next to a river. Where is he? Kyra recognizes him. She says, "Oh, that's him. Boreas! It's Kyra!" He's holding a simple, slightly adorned harp on his lap, and he seems to be making conversation with a few naiads who are kind of lazily drifting in the river. As you approach, they duck underwater and swim away. He says, "Oh, fine. Nice work." Around him, there's a few barrels of wine. And also, these guys are on the map, sorry. There's a couple, like, water elementals. These are just, like, visible and out as you guys approach. And they are just kind of, like, standing around, idling. Yeah, so Boreas says, "Kyra, what are you doing here? Who do you have with you? Are you her new band or something?" Oh,
Hardly. I have no skill in music.
Oh, well, a dancer, perhaps. You, Satyr, you're probably decent.
Oh, very.
I see.
Yes.
Nice Ibanez there you have on your back.
Oh, you should see my other one.
Oh. Got a Fender back at home, do you?
This is just my travel about.
Uh-huh. Oh, yes. What can I do for you? Kyra's gonna, like, let you guys speak, mainly so that I'm not just two talking NPCs talking back and forth to each other.
Well, we were hoping you could help us protect the rest of the city from the storm.
Oh, that seems like a lot of work, and I don't know. Boreas is good out here.
We can
Okay, he
tell.
refers to himself in the third person.
Cool guy.
Oh yeah, that's how you get, your name to stick in people's minds. You just repeat it in the third person.
Which you know what I mean is.
Kyra, you and your friends are wasting your time. You should just leave. I'm sorry about your storm, I really am, but, maybe try not being, conquering mortals, pissing off the Titans, not helping out the native races. That's neat. Very cool stuff.
Conquering mortals, not helping out the native races. Are you referring to us specifically, or are you just generally...
No, I don't know who you are, is the thing.
Cool.
So great offer you've made for this this loot that I'm not going to give you.
Is that... I'm gonna be honest here. Are we specifically asking him for the loot, or are we asking him to help us? I thought Kyra was wanting us to ask him to help us.
Whatever you guys want to do.
Oh, okay.
I'd take his help, but I don't think he wants to leave his sexy grove. I mean, would you?
It's pretty sexy. That's yeah. I have my reasons, Kyra. I really don't want to. I really wish you would leave. I kind of hoped the last time I saw you would be the last time I saw you, and now you're here again, and you've got new friends. Do you guys know you're traveling with the trickster goddess? Goddess of trickery. You know that, right? and you're just okay with that?
Yeah, she's a good time.
Uh-huh.
What? She's a goddess?
You tricked me.
So that's really funny, but because like the book plays it like your players don't find out she's a goddess for like a very long time, which I don't know how that's possible. To be fair, you guys, whatever. And he says that's just what she does, you know. She's a goddess. She lives forever. She makes friends. We have a good time. She gets what she needs from them, and then she leaves. And your life goes to shit. And then she comes back when she needs something. So, nope. Politely, fuck off, all of you. You know what? I take back the politely. And he does like a sick riff on the lute.
Riff off.
Shade looks around for a moment and just says, well, before we leave, would you mind answering, what exactly is this? Is this just some large-scale spell, or is this something else that can keep the storm at bay? How are you able to have such comfort and ease when everyone around you is being blown around?
Oh, well, you know, it takes time, it takes energy, you know, this doesn't just happen instantly. I play a lot, and I practice, and the bad weather just can't quite get its claws in, you know what I mean? If I were to just suddenly come to a place with, you know, if I were to move into the city, it would take me, you know, days and days and days to play what I needed to play. So you're playing this instrument is what's doing yeah, it's a slow burn, you know. You can't just jump right into the chorus. There's build up to it, you know, and like.
And is it this instrument specifically, or is it just you?
Yeah, no, it's the instrument. Yeah, Kyra's dad had a real talent for making this kind of thing. Kyra, you know, have you told Volcan that they're not in your possession, right? Have you told him? I'm sure he wouldn't be happy about it.
So just making this clear. So you are telling the goddess whose instrument you stole that you're not willing to use it for what she intends it for?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Interesting. And you freely admit that you stole her instrument.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But you know, she's a terrible person, so it was worth it.
Can I roll an insight check on how Kyra feels about Boris?
Sure. Yeah.
I think you know how you feel already.
Well,
you don't need to do
that is a good question. No, like to see how Kyra feels about him. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm gonna.
It's really windy.
Use my session inspiration.
Okay. Oh, that's much better. She looks a little ashamed. She looks a little. She doesn't look offended or like, oh, I can't believe you're saying that about me. She looks like she's kind of accepting this like verbal lashing.
But she kind of cares about him. He's kind of like a friend.
Yeah, but she is not arguing against the fact that he feels hurt by her.
Right. So Falvin can't kill him.
I mean, you could.
I'm gonna
like
take
naming.
I'm gonna take a step toward Boreas. I'm gonna say, a question for you, Boreas.
I got all day, brother.
Sure you do. Looks like a lovely day here.
Oh, it's great.
Why do you play?
Why do I play?
I mean, like, but before you answer, like, the reason I ask this, I think I can get where you're coming from with the whole Kyra thing. Like, I've known that she's a goddess. I mean, like, I have prayed to her for decades, and
Ooh.
yesterday she rejected me.
Ooh, well, you know, I hate to say that's what you get, but, you know.
But what I'm doing here and what I'm doing with the group, I'm not just doing it for her. I'm doing it for me. So I want to know why you play.
Why do I play? Well, why does anybody play? Many people play for the reactions they get from the crowd. But that's, you know, that's not enough. You have to be able to... You could be lost on an island, and you find a loot, and that could make or break your lonely future on that island. No audience, but you know what somebody in that position might do? They might set up some coconuts, you know, against a rock wall. Maybe scratch a few smiling faces in there. Play to them. You know, they know they're not an audience, but in a way, I have an audience. When I play the grass is a little greener, and the sun is a little brighter, and the birds sing a little sweeter. And there's never anybody throwing a tomato because I'm a satyr trying to play in Mitros. It's just all as it should be. And the acoustics are better than you would think. So I don't know. It's because I have a little piece of paradise, and I can leave it if I want to, but I don't want to.
If I may, it does still sound like even in your paradise, you want some audience. You want, if nothing else, you want the coconuts. And, like, believe, I don't know if you've heard of my dealings and parties with the skaters around here, but I truly believe that paradise is best when it's more than just yourself. Paradise is best when there's others to share it with.
Well, you saw the naiads, you scared them away. I have company, they're just different than yours, usually. Do you want to really know why I won't give this loot away? Roll a persuasion check, because you guys have sort of been trying to reach out to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. So Kyra, I met Kyra when I was just a teen. I was younger than you, Theo. Or he doesn't call you by name. I was sneaking out of the house, and I saw her in the vineyard just taking grapes off of the vine. She knew I was running away, but she didn't call me out. She didn't stop me. She didn't turn me back into my parents. She ran with me. She didn't know where I was going, but she was curious and adventurous, and we became friends. We both loved the finer things. We loved a sense of wonder, and traveling with this mischievous wandering bard was way better than being at home and tending to the fields. And then we met others like us, the rest of the Four Winds. And we started to... that wind spread all over Thelia. We were we were culture for a little while. Songs, poetry, dancing. It was us. And these instruments were a big help, but then Kyra left, and so did the others, and eventually it was just me. And Kyra, I didn't just steal this. When's the last time you've been to your apartment? I've had this for years. You forget how old you are sometimes, I think. So I was on my own, way up north. Oh. Theo died.
We lost the
Well,
Theo.
Theo! Oh, there you are. You're back.
I'm back.
Now I went north. I went north looking for more coconuts, as you put it, or as I put it, and then you put it. I found the Centaur tribes, and I thought I'd try to kind of bring some culture to them, or some different culture, maybe help them adopt a more peaceful, less warlike existence, create some beautiful things, build that community out, not so insular, really like tie into a larger cooperation, and like don't feel like you have to run around everywhere, and really settle down. I started making some friends, started getting into the culture. I traveled with them for a few years. I'm gonna retcon like a lot of that because I read it wrong. He went to the tribes with that intent. However, when I found them, no, I was greeted with violence. First thing I did, you want to know the first thing I did? Is I prayed to her. I prayed to her. I couldn't get away. I couldn't fight him off. The only thing that kept me alive was this. And he holds up the loot. And he says, I didn't hurt them. I used it to protect myself, and I got away. But eventually I didn't. Eventually they got me. And I was a slave for years. They kept the harp. They didn't know what to do with it. Centaurs aren't great musicians. Great line drum, like drum lines. But I did finally escape, and I got the harp. I got the loot back. And that time I didn't hold back. And to this day, you might hear a song that old centaurs sing about the stinging north wind. So I came back. Parents are no longer here. My dad went to look for me. Never came back. Mom died from age and disease. But I knew I'd never leave again. And you guys looked back towards the house, and this is his house he grew up in. So I knew I'd never leave, and I'd work the vineyards as I should have done all those years ago. And I'd build a family here. I really wanted that to be the end of my story. So now here you are, and I don't want to give that away. right? I have like half of what I should have had. And I'm not going to get more than that. But I'm going to hold on to what I have.
I understand wanting to protect your home. My trust is mine.
Well,
But I'd say that I would encourage you to see this as another opportunity, as another wind to not to be a traveling bard, but to further establish yourself here. Not for Kyra. You know that she's going to continue to run. But for you. Because how great would it be for the south winds to live in Mitros? Or the vineyards nearby?
another persuasion check.
I am going to use my other inspiration. Really burning through these. Another 5.
He stops playing and he says, "The winds are done. Now get out, or I'll kick you out." The elementals are kind of like poising a little bit, like.
I don't want to kill him.
Don't have to kill him, we just have to rough him up a bit.
Actually, Theo, how much of his song did you hear?
I heard it all. I have total recall. But I got something for this, bucko. You're not the only one that was promised something and it never happened. My whole town was destroyed. I had nothing. Do you see me whining by a river? Stealing somebody's treasure that was theirs and is precious to them? No. We're out here trying to make it better for everyone, and you're being selfish. And we need that damn loot, and we're not leaving without it.
Well, I guess you know what that means. That sounds like fighting words to me. So, I think we're going to roll initiative.
I'm trying to be nice.
Oh, you are. This guy just really doesn't want to part with his harp. Or I keep calling it a harp. It's not a harp, it's a lute.
Wow! Come on, guys.
Yeah, we're not.
A 4 and a 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
The
so
dice don't like me right now.
do remember that if the loot breaks, this is all kind of for nothing. So, let's go ahead and get started. Falbin, you can tell that this guy is he's gonna stand his he's gonna try to kick you out. But you need that harp. You want that harp. That loot. That loot.
The loot.
Great. Remember what I
want
said
that
about
loot.
I need to find replace for my brain. That's I need to find the word harp, replace it with loot.
Well, I think
Turn him to stone and it'll be fine.
Is he currently holding the loot?
He's holding it. Yeah. He's in like a combat loot pose.
That loot. He's on a loot off mode.
Turning him to stone would not be a great choice because I believe the loot would go with that.
Yeah, I know. I just think it would be hilarious.
I think. Ooh, wait a minute. Bring the character sheet. Look at the thing, and then the thing. The thing. Oh yeah. I draw my Quicksilver sword.
Okay.
And
Poison him. Poison him.
what's going on with this? There's so many words. Yeah, as I draw it, I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna hit him with it.
Okay.
Hit him.
So I
with it.
guess I'm gonna roll my elven accuracy because he hadn't taken a turn yet. So I get.
Are you running up and
chances
stabbing
to
him?
Smack him. Oh, I'm gonna melee the hell out of him. I'm gonna try to cleave his arm right off that he's holding the loot on.
Okay.
That's my goal.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't need to come on this
You
strong.
hit.
Okay. And then let's see here.
You're just being a mopey little bitch. You don't need to kill him.
Says the guy who says them's fighting words.
Hey, I didn't say I was gonna kill him. I just said I'd give us the damn loot. You stole it.
That's a 12.
12 damage. Okay.
And he needs to make a DC 16 Constitution saving throw.
Okay. On. That's a 18.
Crap. On a success, he'll take half damage of this.
Ooh. Okay. So 5 more damage.
5 more damage.
Okay.
He is poisoned, and he will take. But he isn't poisoned. So on a success, he isn't poisoned.
Okay.
And then finally, sneak attack. Sorry,
Jesus.
taking a long time.
You haven't sneak attacked already? Oh, right. Yeah.
I have not sneak attacked yet.
You have not yet begun to sneak attack.
I have not
Nick
yet
snick.
begun.
That was his half sneak.
Okay.
11s today, eh?
Then I will.
Oh, wait. No, that's shit. Wrong amount of damage. Sorry.
And then I guess I'm gonna take a disengage with my bonus action. Take a little step back.
Okay. All right. It's Boreas's turn. He's gonna try to step away from you. I know that Theo and Shade will get opportunity attacks if you want.
Ha! I sure do. I'm gonna shoot him. That what an opportunity attack works? Do you shoot him?
No, you can't
do you-
make a ranged attack. You can make a melee attack.
So I can hit him with the butt of my weapon? How do
Yep.
you roll for damage on that?
That's an improvised
Never
weapon. It'd be like a D4.
1d4.
But you
Slash R.
missed the attack roll.
But I wanna roll it just for practice.
Oh, sure.
Boom! I would have hit him for 3.
That's what you would have done.
That's
Shade.
what I would have done.
Yep. I'm gonna try and use my. I think this is factoring properly. I try and use my pommel.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
I think that's right.
Okay, he leaps over the pommel and continues to back away. He's going to play a song. He plays some Led Zeppelin. All he plays is Led Zeppelin. And and he's going to cast a spell. And as he casts this,
no, he's not. Counterspell.
You're counterspelling it. Okay.
Counterspell.
What level counterspell are you doing?
Casting it at 3rd level, although I think I might need to take a quick break. I thought I heard a knock. I'm not sure.
Yeah, probably not.
Really quick, let me check that.
Yeah, no, it's probably fine.
Probably nothing.
Jeez. We're just doing combat here.
Bring out your dead.
Bring out your dead.
I never said this combat would be hard. It would just be depressing.
Depressing. We're just gonna poison him to death.
Okay, no, it was nothing.
Okay.
Sorry. So yeah, it's counterspell at 3rd level.
3rd level. Okay, the spell fails.
Yep.
Yep. He goes to play the diener, and it one of the strings boing, breaks. And he growls at you. So that's all he will do. Yeah, because that takes his action to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it is this is a wine elemental. It is a water elemental made of wine. That's why it's like red here.
Oh, Magus wouldn't mind getting smacked by that.
No.
I have been hit
Little
too
wine
hard
to the
by
mouth.
wine at certain times.
So let's see. It is going to move directly into all of you. And it's going to use an ability called Drunken Whelm. So everybody, including the Ultria, please make a a strength saving throw.
Uh-oh.
The Ultria, we can't have him getting drunk so young.
Oh,
Ah! Nat 20, baby!
nice.
I can handle liquor.
Okay. Magus fails. Falbin fails. Shade fails.
Oh no.
Theo
That's
succeeds.
a high roll.
Yeah.
Wow.
So let's see. That's gonna be. So everybody who failed take 16 bludgeoning damage, as it grapples you with its wine tannins. I don't know why.
I use uncanny dodge to half that.
Okay. So you are grappled. Those of you who failed are grappled. You are restrained and unable to breathe while you're inside. Theo, since you were, you didn't need to roll. You weren't right up next to it.
Well,
Oh
I
yeah,
still did a
Falbin, you
great
didn't
roll.
either. Falbin, I'm sorry. It was only those who were
okay.
within its space here.
Sorry, guys.
How did the Ultria do?
I don't have a sheet for the Ultria.
Oh, I thought you did.
Nope.
I don't remember. We're gonna leave.
or we
We're gonna
could
leave
just
it
say
out.
the
No,
Ultrias,
no,
yeah.
no. Get that out of here. We're not worried about that right now. Okay, so y'all are grappled and all that. The water elemental that is over by Theo, it's gonna advance up to you, Theo, and it's going to smack you a couple times.
No, I don't think so.
It's sure gonna try.
I don't like that.
That's a 12 on the first one, so miss, and a 11, also a miss.
Ah!
Yep. Okay, Theo.
All right. I assume if I move, I'll get an attack of opportunity
Yep.
from this. elemental
Yeah,
now.
you'll also from the water weird. You're not in its space, but you're adjacent to it.
Alrighty.
The wine weird.
I will. That is weird. I
We're
will cast
super weird.
Misty Step.
Nice.
The old 1-2. Max range this. Get to higher ground.
Is that a little
Woohoo!
like radius marker that tells you how far away you can Misty Step?
Yes, it is.
That's cool.
How cool is that? I'm in sniping range now.
Very nice.
Actually, I'm gonna.
So that's a bonus
I'm
action.
gonna
You
take some cover.
you could take a shot.
Yeah. Oh, I am. Don't
So-
you worry.
The thing is, you're in a vineyard. How tall are you?
Oh, I am so tall.
Uh-huh.
5 feet.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
5 feet. Yep.
You can't see over these.
I went up the path. I went
Okay.
up the path.
That's
and-
fine. That's fine. In that case,
Line of
it's
sight.
gonna
I crawled
have
up the roof. I teleported on the roof. I am now
No.
on the roof.
Okay, yeah, Roach from The Witcher 3, you are up on the roof.
Yep.
Fine. You have,
Teleported up there.
all right, clear line of sight.
Gotcha.
God damn it. All right. I specifically
I don't
said
wanna
this
break
isn't
the loot.
exactly what the vineyard looks. Anyway. Okay,
I'm gonna aim for the wine kid. I guess
the
if
one
we
that
take
has
out-
your boys in it.
You know, I guess if
Yeah,
we take out the
we'll be
guy,
fine.
then if we take out the guy though, they should disappear, right? Because he summoned them.
You don't know.
I don't know. When in doubt, shoot it out. I'm gonna shoot.
That's true.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Plus 10, plus 10.
No, no, sir.
Well, I will not hit him. I will find Rue. Where are you? There you
In
are.
between the buildings.
Found him. Rue would have been somewhere down here, next to where
Sure.
I was.
And so he can fly
and
in
then-
and attack.
Yeah, he's gonna fly in. He's gonna. Ooh. I think this is a piercing screech kind of a situation.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ear splitting cry. How do I share that with the class?
I see it.
It's.
Oh,
you
I already did. Sweet.
On who?
I'm gonna do it on the water elemental, but it doesn't matter because it didn't hit. So I'm
No.
gonna-
You,
No, they do
they
the
make.
saving throw.
mhm.
Oh,
Yep. They rolled an 8, so they failed. So the water elemental is they take 1d6 of psychic damage, and they are deafened. Roll that 1d6.
you want me to do a roll?
I'd love that. Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
Dick.
Or psychic. Okay.
Right.
Vegas. Oh, you're doing well.
No. So I'm gonna do something.
I'd expect nothing
So
less.
I am being, I am being like suffocated.
Uh huh.
So I can't speak.
True. You are drowning.
So instead, I'm going to burn a sorcery point to use subtle spell,
Nice.
so I don't have to use somatic components
Very
or
cool.
verbal components.
Very cool.
Nice.
And I'm going to cast Fireball.
Ooh.
All right.
Ooh.
On what?
I'm going to cast Fireball. I'm going to cast Fireball here.
Ooh.
You're gonna blow up our loot.
And
Ooh. That was beautiful.
as I do that, like I'm going to use my cool new 6th level ability.
Oh.
Which is, at 6th level, I can shape the spell so that it doesn't harm the people I don't want it to.
Whoa, that's cheating.
That's handy. Handy.
So that's
It shaped.
that's very cool, Bateman. But did you think about the loot?
He's also shaving it around
I'm
the
not
loot.
done yet. I'm not done yet.
Okay.
So, like, it is not going to harm Shade, or, like, is Shade's Echo still around?
Would have taken damage. So.
Oh
it's-
yeah, he's gone. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so it's not going to harm Shade. And then also, like, as, like, I'm at 11 hit points being, like, drowned and bludgeoned by this thing, like, you know, the, like, blood starting to cough up blood, I make eye contact with Boreas and the spell does not harm him either. So like it just swirls around his space. Like I am trying to send the message like I could end you, but I'm not.
I see. Interesting. Okay. All right. That's very cool. So the water elementals are gonna make dex saves. Okay. Very cool.
And actually, really quick, like,
Yeah.
would I have knowledge of if water and wild elementals are strong against fire?
Water generally doesn't catch on fire that easily.
Okay. In that case, I am going to burn another sorcery point, and this is now ball lightning. This is lightning damage.
Jesus.
I also feel like an explosion would disperse the water, right?
So
I
it's
mean,
less
a
an
fireball is essentially
explosion. It's less an explosion and more of a just like a quick flash of fire. Like it doesn't do concussive force, basically.
I see.
It's
But
like
now
a
it's lightning.
yeah. Now it's lightning.
Yeah.
Okay. So dex saves from them.
Yep.
Creative. Well, let's see. That's a save from the wine elemental and a fail from the water.
Okay.
How much damage? Oh, pfft.
A lot.
So 11 lightning damage to the wine and 22 to the water. This is not very combat-y.
Yeah, like I'm like staring at Boreas as I'm like
Perfect.
bludgeoned and drowning.
Okay. Love it. Yeah, he just sees like the glow through the like you can barely see your form through this deep red wine, but yeah, he sees you looking coyly at him.
Not coyly.
All right. Shade.
All right.
So you're restrained. If you want to try to break out, you can.
Nah.
He likes the wine.
As a bonus action, my echo shows up right in front of Boreas. Boreas.
Terrifying.
And I'm gonna try and hit him with the glaive.
Okay.
I will actually, however, stick with the pommel for the first.
Being nice and
attempt.
non-lethal.
Yeah, kind
I
of.
like how
sort of.
Falvin just went in for it.
I'm gonna try to remove his arm now. The one that he strums with.
What about their legs? They don't need those.
Exactly.
You guys are really nice sometimes. Okay. Yeah,
Assume that-
he's really good at jumping over the pommel of your glaive.
Yeah,
I
and
did a
for
little
my
jig.
second attack, I'm just gonna attack with the glaive normally. Say, all right, well,
Didn't like the pommel, so.
That actually does hit. Nice. Big doinks.
Ow.
and I will use one of my Unleash Incarnations. Use ability to attack again with the glaive. Well, I'm gonna swing with the pommel one more time. Just see if I can finally hit.
Yep, you hit.
Yeah. It doesn't give me a damage roll on that one.
It's a D.
It's a D4.
D4.
It's a D4
Oh.
plus. So 4 plus whatever my where's my damage? I guess plus 4 because it's plus my strength,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So 8.
and it's a +1 weapon, so it'd be
9.
plus 5, so 9.
He's not doing well. He is.
And just so you know,
Uh huh.
there's a reason I'm using the pommel.
Uh huh.
because for level 6 I took Crusher.
Whoa. I don't know what that does, but that sounds awesome.
So, it does that. I'm gonna move him 5 feet. And I'm gonna move him 5 feet this way into the water.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I'm just like knocking him off there.
Just like,
hopefully that's like tripping him up or whatever. And
yeah, love it. Okay.
and yeah,
Very cool.
That'll be my turn.
Crush, because you need to use a hammer more. Okay, Falvin. Boreas is near death, clutching to this loot. Now knocked into the river. What are you doing?
How's Kyra doing?
She's upset.
Like, oh no, my Snickers bar, or like,
She just like
the world no longer makes sense.
she just feels like she is ruining this guy's life. Like she has to, but it's ruining his life nonetheless. She's like crying. We'll say she's like actively crying.
And Boreas is in the water. Is he like failing to swim? Is he successfully swimming?
I mean,
What's
it's not
his
very
state?
deep. It's not very deep.
He's
So
waiting.
it's just like knee high or something.
No, it's like he's like chest deep. And he's like holding.
Okay.
He's like bleeding out his mouth. Tip of his horn is knocked off, and he's just like holding the loot above the water, still playing, still going ham.
Dang, that's dedication to the craft right there.
Yep.
Whew.
Yeah, but you guys feel like real dicks right now, huh?
No, actually, I don't. I really don't.
I don't.
My alignment is neutral.
I feel pretty good right now, actually.
Cool.
Use your garrote. That's basically a guitar string.
I have thought
Poetic.
about it. I am. How far is this? I'm gonna chuck my rebound dagger at his head.
All right.
Yeah.
You will get sneak attack. And you cannot do this non-lethally, just FYI.
You bastard.
It's a dagger. You're throwing.
He has a point.
He could make it so that
And-
the pommel hits him. I mean, he is a dagger master.
It's no.
That's a 24 to hit with 23 damage.
Yeah. So he is like Apocalypse now, like waiting with his M16 over the water, like bleeding. It's lightly raining. He's struggling to keep this song going. How do you destroy Boreas, the northern wind?
I look over at Magus and I see he's not doing well. And I make a judgment call. This is ending now. And I end it.
Wow. All right. Damn. All right. And you end it. And Boreas sinks into the water. Your dagger comes back to you. And the river starts to run red. Actually, Theo's lantern is working quite well for that. And his loot floats, bobbing in the stream, kind of slowly drifting.
Do the elementals disperse?
They don't disperse, but they seem different. They actually they go non-hostile. It doesn't seem like they were conjured by him, but they were probably charmed or something. So we'll drop out of combat because they are no longer hostile.
I use bonus action to dash and grab the loot.
Yeah, cool. You grab it just before like the hollow starts to take in water, and you grab it. You have the instrument of the muse.
Which way is his body, like floating, or is he sank?
We'll say it's floating like this way up the river.
It basically, as soon as it cuts past Shade, as the elemental kind of releases him, he would reach out and grab the body and pull him to shore.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you do so.
I assume he's like dead, not like he's bleeding out.
He is totally dead. He has a big old knife wound in his head. Yep. Big old totally dead skis. That's not a very respectful way to say that. Yeah, what are you doing with it? Kyra's kind of in shock a little.
You see my character anywhere?
Oh, where did you go? What the hell?
Have you seen Theo?
I saw like a puff of smoke. Did you just disappear?
I clicked and my guy.
Did you
did,
never
like, a teleporting
actually?
Animation.
It's like
I dragged my character, but I guess if you click while that ring is up, that's the.
It's like
animation?
your Misty Step didn't like fully complete.
Yeah, I dragged myself instead of clicking. I think as soon as I just clicked somewhere, my guy teleported. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kyra's just kind of mouth agape. She says, Did you have to kill him?
Jade looks up kind of from the body, just kind of face grim. Maybe not. But he wasn't exactly giving us any other options. And we don't have much time.
She says, "Well, yeah, this isn't the time. Magus, I'm afraid to say I don't think the satyrs in this area will be willing to help us under these circumstances."
I get it.
We should bring him to the house, at least. I'll tell Sulia what happened.
Jade would at least spend a couple moments just trying to at least clean the body, make sure it's not super gross and everything.
Yeah.
He hit it over, like, try and be a little respectful.
Kyra, like, squeezes your arm and gives, like, a very strained smile as she accompanies you back to the farmhouse. Who has the loot?
I have it, but sensing the room, I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to hand it to Megas.
Oh, great.
Good call. That guy knows how to handle a room.
Okay. So, we'll kind of... You guys go back through the vineyard, and after a few minutes, like, the peaceful, sunshiny day starts to darken, and the clouds start to encroach in on this, like, little island of warmth. And eventually you are in the same torrential hurricane forces that you were in Mitros, and they are worse. They're getting worse. And you get back up to the house, and the shutters are flapping. You see tiles have started to come off the roof. Kyra knocks on the door. Sulia comes out and sees Boreas, and she quickly shuts the door behind her so that the children don't see. And she just runs to him and falls at his side and starts, weeping over him. She can't even talk to you. So she's just wailing. Basically, her cries drowned out by the wind. Kyra recommends you leave.
It kind of carefully puts the body down wherever, she indicates.
Mm-hmm.
And before he leaves, even though she's obviously, not wanting anything, Shade would kind of almost ashamedly just say to her, at least loud enough that she can hear, "I am so sorry. We did not mean it to come to this." And just kind of back away with his head kind of hung.
She says, "What?"
Right. I know. Specified you would have said it loud enough for her to hear.
I know. No, yeah. She takes it as well as you could expect somebody to take that. But yeah, you get the feeling that she should probably leave. You beat my sad musician puzzle.
Use mine.
What?
Kyra, use mine.
Your what?
The scroll.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Kyra goes, "Damn, son. All right." No. No. She looks at you and she looks like confidently at you and nods. She doesn't look mad. She looks like if it were any other circumstance, she might go like, "No, we have to be careful. We can't." But this feels like the right time. She asks if you want to stay. There's no wrong answer to this.
If others are leaving, I would send the loot away.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I would stay, but I also don't want to stay with the loot because that could get weird.
Yeah. Whoever wants to stay can. I might advise that the guy that killed him leave.
I mean, I was the only one in the party that didn't actually hit him, so I guess Magus also didn't technically.
Yeah,
hit him.
I pointedly didn't hit
Yeah.
him.
Oh yeah. I know
mean,
you.
I
know
tried,
you did.
I was just bad at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He who is without blame, I see.
Shade would probably, I guess, leave with Falben and the loot.
Uh-huh.
And I assume, like, if this is happening up here at the house, you'd probably wait down here at the little outbuilding and the little shelter.
Yeah.
There.
Okay.
Not like in it, but like along in the lee of the building.
Right.
Could I send Shade and Falben to Stygian Row if they're leaving?
Yeah. Shade, you might know the city well enough to get there. I mean, you can't ask anybody for directions, so because like you'd said that you've been to Mitros like a couple times.
Yeah.
Stygian Row is like a really poor district of the city. there's not really. I mean, there is, it's not like a merchant center. So if that's something that Shade would be doing, like working with merchant caravans, probably not in Stygian Row. But you could probably find it. It just isn't going to be as quickly as if Magus went with you.
All right. I mean,
Okay.
unless we expect this to take a long time, Shade would be just waiting for the rest of the party. Like,
Yeah, how long is this going to take, actually?
You guys actually haven't seen her use one of these before. Because so far you haven't needed it.
does Falbin know where Stygian Row is? Because he's probably been to Mitros a few times in the 100
I've
years.
spent a
he's been
lot of
wandering
time
around.
in the outskirts of Mitros, and not a lot of time in the interior city.
Yeah, you'll find it eventually. You might get lost though. So it's a big city.
And Shade would probably want to wait.
Okay, y'all can just wait off to the side behind a bush or behind a building.
Kind of. That's basically what's going on.
So I'm gonna sit over here with Shade, and I'm gonna take out the bag of rats and talk to him.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, Magus will be with Kyra.
Okay, so y'all have turned around to go and leave.
Falbin.
Oh my god, I'm like zoomed way out on this screen. Sorry. Both handsome lads. Look at them. You and Kyra had like turned to leave, and then you like say, use mine, and then Kyra turns back around, and she whispers into Sulia's ear, and she kind of smiles through the tears a little bit, and also like this is very stressful, but she heads inside, and Kyra kneels and takes this glimmering golden scroll from her pack that you saw when you first met her, and unrolls it, and I have no idea what's written in it. Lots of divine bullshit. But there's like a reverse effect where you can see like strands of essence of spirit kind of being drawn back into his body, like lightning bolts in reverse, kind of, but more fluid. And it takes about 10 minutes. And as the radiant golden light of the scroll fades, his wounds close and his eyes open, and he's alive. And he looks at Kyra, and he just starts crying. He says, why are you doing this? Why just leave me alone. Please just leave me alone. Just leave me dead. Leave me alive. Just get the fuck out of my life, please.
And I will say to him, tend to your family. I must tend to mine. And I leave.
Peace.
You see him and Kyra share some words after you leave. And then he just kind of lays back down on the ground and just like letting the rain hit his face. And Kyra stands up from him and turns to follow. And you amended my musician puzzle. Okay,
But at what cost?
1 resurrection scroll. That's
Yeah.
really interesting. Didn't see that coming. Okay. So still probably no satyrs. Gonna come from the fields.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Yeah. That bridge has sailed.
No, literally, like a hurricane picked it up.
Okay, but you're coming back to Mitros. It's several miles, and it's extremely windy now. It's so hard to walk. It is very slow going. You guess that you have about 2 hours by the time you get back to the city to wrap up whatever else you need to do.
Oh boy.
I'll say you have time to attempt to gain allies from Stygian Row or the Academy, not both.
I'd say that the Academy is protecting some very important things, and they'd probably have to make a decision about splitting that resource.
Yeah.
So instead, I'm going to go to the underground.
To
Where's
the,
Timon when you
need him?
to the underground.
Yeah, to Stygian Row.
Damn it.
So
People going to rise up.
So Stygian Row is not necessarily underground.
Oh, I know. Like I'm referring to like the underground scene.
Ah, gotcha.
Because
Red light district.
Damon is like a punk bard here. So
Damon?
Damon.
En, not On. My previous roommate.
Oh, sure. Okay. I was like, what? Damon, that guy?
Yeah. No.
You didn't know that he had a second life.
I did not. Okay. I'm not super prepared for this, so we'll play it a little fast and loose. So what are you looking for?
I'm gonna look for my old apartment for Damon and Electra, and then I'm gonna like try and get Damon to pull together like him, his band, his friends, like and Electra, like all of the underground punk scene of the Stygian Row, to like extend a giant musical middle finger to the sky.
Jeez. Okay. All right. As with a lot of this, protection from the storm is going to be people's primary motivator. So people aren't going to come out of their houses and just stand in the streets and sing. So how do you kind of see this happening? Not that they have to
Singing
be
place.
outside, but I just didn't know like kind of what you're...
Right. Oh, yeah. I'm imagining that there have been various like not really courtyard, but like if alleyways were courtyards sort of thing.
Yeah.
So like in kind of like the cramped overhangs and like areas of the city where like it's just kind of grown up and over itself, that there's still areas that are shielded from the sky but not like enclosed doors that various people would gather for parties and things like that.
I have it.
And so like that's kind of what I'm going for.
I have it. Okay.
There's got to be some hurricane parties going on.
Yeah, come
Let's just be
on.
honest.
So, okay, I've got it. You head through the city to Stygian Row. Let's do another lightning initiative. I'm gonna clear you guys out really quick so that when you can just re-roll your why is there...
Also, could I get some healing, please?
I was thinking about it, but then I was like, okay. Where are you? There you are.
Hold on. Theo and Shade had like 2... Oh, hold on. Oh, all of you. Oh, Megas, I removed you. Okay, everybody reroll initiative. Megas, you're going to have to jump back into
Call me in the
initiative.
morning.
I'm going to use hedonism to add 12 to that, so I take 17 points of healing.
Okay. Why is Shades listed under Falvin? Anyway, okay. You guys heal up as you walk back to Mitros. Theo and Megas. Cousins. Y'all need to roll dex saves. Oh, big doinks. Big doinks.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Fudge me. Fudge
You both
me.
take 30
550.
30 lightning damage. Magus, you take 15 because of your helmet.
Yep.
That's good. That would have put you on the ground.
Yep.
But you eventually make it through the middle part of the city to the southern edge of Stygian Row. The nearest landmark is the Satyr's Tail Tavern. The doors are boarded up, and this whole area is just ramshackle apartments, and it's very it's hard to navigate. There's not straight streets throughout. But you're looking for your apartment.
Yes.
Pick wherever you want in Stygian Row. Where's your apartment? Actually, draw it on the map. Draw it on the map. My apartment was right here when I played. Somewhere, yeah, right there. It can be wherever.
Yeah, I would imagine that mine would be halfway between the Satyr's Tail and the Siren's Roost. Because
Totally,
I thought
yeah.
Satyr's Tail would be a good idea when I first came here, but Siren's Roost still is a good idea.
Yes. Okay, so
I'm gonna
somewhere.
say, my apartment is right there. Yeah.
Totally. Okay, draw a little marker on the map so that we know where that is from now on. So, is your apartment a second floor or a first floor? What? Describe your apartment.
My apartment, it would be a second floor. It was designed as a one bedroom that suddenly had 3 people staying in it.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
It was not a great place.
No. Okay, and your 3 roommates are Electra, Damon, and who?
Oh, and me. So it was
and you. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get to the walk up, and you go upstairs. You have a key, I'm assuming.
Or a secret knock or something. Or I could message through the door or whatever.
Yeah, try whatever you would try first, whether that's key or a knock, whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna try a knock.
Okay, you knock. You don't hear an answer. It's very loud, but nobody comes to the door.
I believe that message can reach through walls if I know the person.
Yeah. How thick of walls?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, if
Let's
it's
have a look.
just one wall, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, is this FM or AM frequencies?
It'd have to be 1 foot of stone, which is not the quality
You
of this
did
apartment.
say it's a studio, so it doesn't they're not going to be in an interior room with multiple walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You message out. You don't get a response.
I use a key. I'm what? Now I'm nervous.
Yeah, you open the door with the key. Inside, it's as messy as when you left it. I don't know. Out of the 3 of you, which one was the one that would eventually clean up?
Oh man. It would probably
Not
be
that it
Damon
matters.
who would eventually clean up.
Damon. Okay, cool. So you on the kitchen counter. I don't know. We're throwing out the whole Greek stuff here.
Yeah.
I don't know what Greek apartments look like. There's a kitchen counter that's Formica, and there is there's a coffee pot, and under the coffee pot is a folded up piece of parchment.
Yep. What does it say?
It says, "You're a winner. Congratulations." No. It says, "Hey Megas, if you for some reason get here, we are under the bridge to Siren's Roost. We're holed up there. We're gonna go into the sewers if it gets worse. Hope to see you soon.
Fuck yeah, Siren's Roost, let's go.
They did say they're under the bridge.
Yeah, they're under the bridge.
Yeah. I doubt anybody's
hanging out with Timon?
partying in...
I got things confused. I was thinking like the harp bridge with all of the sirens, which was another one of my plans. But no, under the bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, like literally under the bridge. Yeah, so you guys run out of the apartment. Huh?
At this point, I'm also going to use Alter Self.
Okay.
To change myself into like almost like a giant lizard that's like, you know, skirting along the ground. So like closer to the ground, better grip, and hopefully not as recognizable as a lightning target.
But are you still wearing the helmet?
Yes.
I want to imagine a lizard wearing the helmet.
I know this is probably beneficial, but it's so damn silly. It's wow. Like, hold on, let me just
I am
anamorph.
tired of getting hit
Just
by
gonna
lightning.
Anamorph really quickly and scurry across the ground. Okay, yeah, sure, fine.
I should also mention that like Shade should be hit by like every single lightning strike. He has fur. He's the tallest thing around.
He's got cat reflexes, sir.
He's
Shade
carrying like 15 metal weapons.
Yeah, he's a lightning rod.
I literally have a long metal stick.
You do. Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna ignore that.
Isn't the point of the lightning rod is to like scare lightning away? That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're intimidating the lightning. You're saying nah nah nah, no.
Haunting it.
Okay, so you head down the alleyways towards Siren Roost, and there is kind of not an off ramp, but a path that leads down to the river, adjacent to this little bridge that goes over this river, and you can hear people down there, and you go down there, and you know that Electra used to host like punk parties under these bridges.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a bunch of like graffiti and they're doing like industrial techno dancing with like, you know, a couple of them are actually vibing. They're like seeing if the wind can like pick them up and throw them around, and but some of them are scared. But you see Electra and does it matter if everybody's there, or are you just trying to find some people?
I'm just trying to find some people. So like not everybody in my social network.
Cool. You find Electra.
I'm okay. Well, also, because I'm still in lizard form.
Yep. Electra goes,
So, like,
"Woo, lizard! Yeah!"
It's like I skitter like down around. I don't even take the stairs. I just go over the wall and like underneath.
Okay.
And like I drop down in front of him, and then like as soon as he says like "Woo, lizard," I change back into like Megas form. It's like, "What up, fuckers? I'm magic."
Oh wow, that's Megas. You're taking some weird classes. But hey, it's good to see you, man. Like, what? Are you okay? Like this shit's getting really bad. I think we're about to head into the sewers.
Right. Do you know where the others are? Cause like, I've got a way to stop this. I got a way to stick it to Sidon and scare the hurricane away.
I mean, good luck. But yeah, the ones that aren't in the sewers are like under the bridges because we still want to see what's going on.
Right.
And there's like 5 or 6 bridges up across the river in Stygian Row.
Yeah. Because this is going to take music, and it's going to take musicians. By the way, I'm friends with the goddess of music.
Oh, sick. Hey, I'm Electra. I like to party.
So yeah, like if we can get as many people as we can, we only have another 2 hours. But if we can get as many people as we can, we can play so loud that Sidon has to plug his ears.
Okay. But yeah, what do we need to do? I mean, if we're gonna die anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would want to. So Theo knows the song. Kyra knows the song. I would want to like put them in contact with Electra and the various musicians, so to like try and teach the song to as many people as possible, as quickly as possible, spread throughout the sewers and underneath the bridges.
Yeah. There's a higher concentration of like satyrs in Stygian Row than in other parts of the city. But there's also just hobbyist musicians here. Most people don't have their instruments with them, is the thing. But people are more than capable of singing, or a couple of people have like pan flutes and shit, stuff that's portable.
Okay. Shade, if you Shade and Falden and me, like if we could help like maybe not everybody, but like some of the more prominent musicians, if they need help going back and getting their instruments so that they can play at full capacity, I think that's something that I would
maybe maybe
Okay.
that's doing like a tune-up on guitars seems like it might
Right.
be pretty time consuming, but every little bit'll help. We'll just say roll a d20 and we'll see how many functioning instruments we have.
Okay, here's a roll. Yeah,
That's a good one.
Nice. Okay, yeah. Yeah, people were coming home from band practice when the storm hit. There's some drums, there's some lyres, there's a couple harps. Yeah, we'll say across Stygian Row there's like maybe 2 or 3 instruments per bridge. And probably about 20 people under each bridge. So let's say it's like 100 people total with like 20 instruments.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We will Whoville this storm away.
I love it. So
I'll
that
start teaching everybody the tune so we can all, play it once.
yeah.
Get it warmed up.
Yeah.
This is how it goes.
I really should have like come up with like lyrics for this song because I've had it on my brain for like a couple months.
Here
And then
comes the sun.
Yeah,
Doo-doo-doo.
sure. If it was that with like, yeah, that totally. Amazing. Okay, so you in the last couple like hour and a half, you're able to go from bridge to bridge, be like, hey, we need you guys to play this song and play it loud and sing it loud. And that's about all the time you have before you need to return.
All right. I'm assuming return to the original bridge?
Or like the palace.
Oh.
Or wherever you're doing this ritual.
Oh, like I was imagining like the ritual was going to be happening underneath all of the bridges of Stygian Row.
I mean, yes, but you don't have to be here.
Oh, okay. Then as long as like I'm sure that like the rest of the group, like they'll be able to, like our chorus is going to work and actually going to happen according with the ritual. I guess is the thing that I'm like.
Hey, it's all about people pitching in and believing, right?
Yeah.
This is
Right,
Calvin
but we don't
Ball.
have to
This
be
is Calvin
here.
Ball, but
Okay. Yeah, but we don't have to be here to lead it.
no, it's a simple song.
cool.
It's literally like a children's nursery rhyme almost.
All right.
So there's not like 3 verses and a bridge. Like it's a simple song that's on repeat.
Okay.
So Kyra does say like that Valis wanted you to return to her
Okay.
before doing whatever your plan was.
Okay. All right. Then yes. This had better work.
So who is using, I guess that's the question that we should ask, who is using the loot that we retrieved from
Well, Kyra.
Is
Right.
Kyra actually using it?
Will she
Yeah.
use it?
You ask her, and she says, I would, but I don't think it's a great idea. I think that's direct action. I think it's going to have to be one of you. Theo,
All right.
Theo.
I'll take a hit. I'll take a hit.
Theo
me the
used
damn
the
loot.
magic loot.
I'm gonna strum them magic strings.
Hope we
you
got
tune
some-
it. You tune it to drop D, and you start playing "Last
That's
Resort"
right.
by Papa Roach. Yeah. So okay. She takes you back towards the palace, and you get to the courtyard between the two temples, and you see Valis, and with her are Pythor and Vulcan.
Oh, where'd you come from?
Vulcan says, "All right, Theo, Valis told us to come here a few days ago when she saw the storm getting bad."
Cool. You're just in time for hearing me play the sick lute.
Cool, yeah. Pythor says, "Can you play, oh, Freebird, that's the one."
Oh no, we'll have encores after the main chorus, depending on how it goes.
Valis says, we don't have time to joke. Let's proceed into the temple. And I'm gonna take you to a new map.
Going into the Temple of Sidon, is that what we're
Yeah,
playing?
that's the one.
What?
Defile this place. Where else would you play this?
Okay, so
Okay, Temple of the
we
Five.
wanted to hear it. We're giving him
this
the
is the
finger
Temple of the
here.
Five. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
Is
Whoa, this
Castus
is a
here?
Temple of Five.
Acastus is not here. No.
Can I ask Valis to summon him, or to not summon the king, but like to invite him here to hear the voice of the people of Mitros?
Sure. Kyra offers to run and get him.
Okay.
So Valis leads you into the temple, into the central chamber. I'll describe the temple in more detail later when you guys have time to explore. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous building. It's got a lot of love and care built into it. And the central chamber has an altar, a rotunda above with glass tiles that let you look out and see the thunderstorm overhead. I forgot to pull their tokens in. It's okay. Vulcan, Pythor, and Valis are here with you. And after about 10 minutes, Kyra returns with Acastus in tow. One second. Okay, so Kyra comes up to you, Theo, and she says, "All right, Theo, I know you know the song. I know you know it. You knew it the second I played it. But I'm here to tell you it's not going to be easy. For any of us. We are standing up against a massive, massive power, and I know it's personal for you. I know there's complicated feelings there. I just need you. I need you to power through. I know it's just a children's song, but this is going to be hard. Are you ready?"
I'm gonna use my emotions and I'm gonna channel them into this song. Together we may be weak, but together we are strong. Separate we are weak. Those are the words.
Yeah, love it. Okay,
I'd like to aid Theo.
hell yeah. So these
I
are
I
also
would
have
also
a
like to aid you.
I also have a blue main horn. If I could play that too with it.
Oh, you blow
Oh,
that
you-
horn. You got
Oh,
lungs
wait.
of steel.
what does that do?
I still have. Nothing. It's a horn that we use.
Oh,
We got from the centaurs.
So it's not one of those horns of Valhalla that like summons spectral warriors or something.
I mean, Maybe
They all
you
sing
tell
too.
me. The centaurs gave it to us.
It's not.
It's
Yeah,
awfully
yeah.
loud.
They're like, well, I guess we gotta head to Mitros. We'll be there in a couple days.
How about you blow that to start, so that Sidon really takes notice that we're giving him the middle finger here, and then I'll strum it up.
Perfect.
I would
However,
like
it
to-
helps.
I'd like to aid Theo. I put my hand kind of on it, lightly on his on the back of his shoulder, to try not to interfere with the actual playing. But I'm going to try to cast Shield and expand it to shield him from any outside interference as much as I can.
Oh shit. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, let us roll initiative.
Let us roll initiative.
As Theo,
There's no
you
extra
stand
combat.
up on top of the altar like it's a big old amplifier.
Yes!
Like it's the platform.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yeah.
24.
Now we're talking.
Nice.
That's a nat 20.
Oh yeah, baby.
Does that mean he gets advantage?
It does.
Advantage. Ha!
Um.
That's gonna be so sick.
So, okay, so Theo, you start to play, and it's, this delightful little children's song that you're playing on this guitar-like instrument, and you can see the storm begin to worsen, very quickly. The sky goes basically totally dark, and you see lightning bolts begin to crash, and you can feel the impact on the building. The rain pouring down in the outer doors, they're just open to the outside. The rain starts to coalesce into swirling forms as elementals are being summoned.
I just play louder and harder. Take that.
Okay.
Right on.
We roll initiative for these guys. I meant for them all to go together. What is happening here?
I'm now a water elemental.
Why? Why? Why are you under?
I knew you'd betray me one of these days.
What the hell? Hold on.
The crucial moment.
No, this isn't. I'm sorry.
No, water elemental. Now I'm a water.
What? What the hell? Hold on.
Jade is no longer
We're trying this again. Roll initiative again. If you remember what you rolled, you can edit it.
I rolled a 24.
Yeah, you can put your number in from before.
How do you put your number in?
Just click on the number.
Just click on the number.
Double click.
Oh, interesting. It doesn't actually work anymore.
Yeah.
Can you not? Oh,
No.
I can fix it. What do you have?
So mine was a 24.19.
Okay.
Mine was a 12 instead of a 17.
Okay. Thank you for your honesty.
12.16.
Mine was an 18 instead of 27.
Okay.
Mine was the 8.16.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Theo, you're going up first.
I've got to keep playing, right?
Do a performance check. At advantage because you have. Actually, hold on. You had. Trying to think how to add the bonuses from the allies that you gained. Nice.
And that's what advantage is for.
We'll say that. How should I do this? Any suggestions would be helpful.
+5. Plus
Yeah.
5.
Just a raw +5. Okay, that's fine.
Just a raw plus 5.
And like if you had the satyrs too, that'd be like a +10 or whatever. But that's okay. You crit. So you start this song and just like your tone, your tuning is spot on, and you just like wow. You just open it up with this like amazing lick that just like corresponds to a lightning bolt striking, and it's totally sick. And we'll say the water elemental's movement is halved this round.
Take it.
Okay, but you are not able to attack or anything. Rue can.
No,
Rue can attack.
Oh, yeah. Rue's gonna schwa. Focus on this fella. Do a little pinion storming. Chaya.
Okay, that's all right. That's a miss. Water elemental's
Rue
turn.
tried.
I'm gonna try to make them go quickly.
But before
what?
they go, can I use my ring of alacrity to try and steal their stuff?
Sure, yeah.
Your initiative.
I don't know where to put.
Steal your
He'll be a bot. He'll be a bot, Valis. Yeah, you can try. What do they do? A charisma save?
DC 13 charisma save.
Okay. They passed.
Okay.
Okay, so they're only going to move in 15 feet, so they don't get very far. And can they do anything ranged? I don't think so. No, so they're just going to dash and close the distance. Castus is like, whoa, shit. Okay, Falvin.
We're so glad you came. Yeah.
It's your turn.
Oh, it is my. I thought you were gonna attack me because he's right there, but then
Oh
I
no, they
remembered
dash.
you're
They
dashing.
yep.
Yeah. I can't really see things in this place for some reason.
It is dark.
Hold on.
I'm gonna.
There we go.
Oh, I see.
Amazing.
I didn't build walls because did not have time.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'm gonna actually do nothing about the water elemental in front of me, and I'm gonna go after the elemental in front of Magus. And I'm going to throw my rebound dagger, shocker, because they've already had their turn, so I don't get advantage on the attack.
Yep.
So no goodness from Elven accuracy, just a straight flat 28 to hit. And then that'll be 11 damage plus sneak attack because Magus is
On this guy?
there.
Yep.
That'll be 9 more.
Okay, great.
20
Then I will
damage.
throw my dagger again with my bonus.
Oh my god.
-5 on this attack.
It's oh,
16
it
to
still hit. Still hit.
41 damage. Wow.
And that'll be 11 more.
Great. Awesome.
I'm done.
We're gonna go quick through this. Magus.
I'm going to use an action to disengage.
Too slow. Magus, we're gonna skip your turn. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
So, yeah. I'm going to disengage. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to touch Rue and give Rue Dragon's Breath.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
And we're gonna do ice damage on these. And then I will say to Acastus, like, well, time to defend our city. And I'll move back here.
I guess he'll go into the initiative too, right? Yeah, he should do that.
And Volcam.
They're doing ritual hand-holdy stuff.
They're doing hand.
You guys have
Kumbaya.
seen movies. Okay, so Rue has Dragon's Breath, and you've disengaged. Okay, Shade.
All right. First things first. Shadow or Echo will move. Oh, I should probably select the movable thing. We'll move here. Shade will move here. And
It's like poetry. It
No.
rhymes.
yeah. Ooh, this is a tough one. All right. I'll basically do one attack on each of them and see where that gets me. I'm going to attack this first one over here that's already been hurt with a glaive. Yeah, glaive. I'll just go with a straight glaive attack.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Wow.
Damage.
Big doinks.
Big doinks.
That guy.
9 on that guy.
And my second attack on
So much health.
this guy.
They do.
Then I'll be attacking this guy over next to, actually next to Shade with my other attack. Another attack.
Nice.
Damage. Yeah.
Okay.
Damage. And then I will do my Unleash Incarnation. I'll use one of them.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. Alright, I got ability. And then to attack this guy again, but this time I'll be using my, I will use the pommel.
Okay.
Strike. There's that.
Ooh.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, I gotta go to actions, sorry. This fun. Normal.
That'll do it.
Alright, cool. And it moves back 5 feet.
Okay, how much
And
damage?
it'll take 1 to 4 plus 4. It'll take 8 damage.
9 damage.
9 damage, sorry. Yeah, 9 damage.
I got you. Okay. Wow.
That'll end my turn.
Okay, Theo, you see these water elementals moving in. I'm actually going to say at the top of the round, before you go, the gods are going to contribute a little bit. So Pythor is going to say, oh, those are good strikes, my champions, but let's see a little more gusto, shall we? And you guys are going to get a +2 to attack and damage this round.
Oh yeah.
And then Vulcan says like, oh yeah, but don't leave yourself open to attack. And you're gonna get a +2 to AC.
Oh, thank you.
And Valis says, but above all, guide your senses, and you're gonna get a +2 to saving throws. And then Kyra is going to sing her song of heroism, so you guys can re-roll any one dice roll this turn. Doesn't have to be a d20, it can be any dice roll. All right, Thea.
Let's do this. I'm thinking.
Not.
Well, that was
not
for
Rue.
Rue. That was for Rue.
Rue is not very performative.
No. I am far better. I'm gonna use that re-roll
Yeah.
Yeah.
and perform a little bit better.
Is that
Yeah, that's better.
5? So 20.
Yeah, +5.
23. Yeah.
23.
Yeah, you kind of play off of Kyra. Kyra goes like, she's like watching you. She's like, okay, now do this one, and she like plays a chord, and then you like follow her change, and you do like a little key change, and then another like lightning strike combined with your music. And those of you kind of closer to the exits, so like Shade and Magus and Falbin, you guys think you hear a little music coming from the west. Okay. Rue can go. I forgot about Rue.
Oh yeah, Rue.
Yes.
Rue is now the Death Strafe. Still only gonna be able to hit one though. Death Bird. This one. Is that a 15?
Okay.
Cone?
Yeah, it needs to make a dex saving throw.
Oh, dex saving throw. That's me. Sorry. Oh, wow. 21. Pass.
Okay, so it takes half.
Yep. So 6.
6 damage.
Okay.
All right. Then Rue will
Sweet.
schwack him.
Okay, so the one here that got fire damaged is going to move up to the Echo, and it's going to slam attack twice.
Ice damaged.
Out. What?
Ice damaged.
Ice. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Is that important? I feel like that's important.
It's water.
Oh,
I feel
yeah,
like
yeah. So it partially freezes, and its speed is reduced by 20. So it's not really moving right now anyway, but still slowed it down. 18's not going to hit on the first one, but let's see what we get on the second one.
Does the +2 from Vulcan apply to my Echo?
Yeah. So what is his
well,
AC?
then that'll be 18, so you would hit the first
Okay,
one.
so the Echo goes away.
Yep.
Thanks for reminding me.
Just move them out of the way.
It moves in. It only has 10 feet of movement, but it's enough to get you next to Theo because it's coming after you specifically.
Shit.
So that second attack was an 18, which is going to beat your armor class. So it's going to roll damage, and that's 9 bludgeoning damage from the water elemental.
That is rude.
Yep. Oh shit. Sorry. Shade, the one next to you, is gonna also make 2 attacks. Actually, no, it's gonna move in because it can occupy your space, and it's gonna try to whelm you, just like the other.
It moved more than 5 feet.
Yep. Okay.
I get to try and
Yep.
attack it. Just a second. Let me. Oops. Select my character and target it. Wave. Attack. Actually, no. I don't want that. I'm using the pommel for this one. Sorry.
That's okay.
That really matters.
Okay, that's a miss.
13 plus 2.
+2
from
is a hit.
Pythor.
Yeah, you're
Yep.
right. Yeah.
So not only is its speed 0, it gets knocked back 5 feet.
Okay, so is that it moves in and then is knocked back to where it was?
Yeah, basically.
Awesome.
Because that'd be, as it's trying to move that 10 feet, I hit it, which stops it in my feet square, and then pushes it
knocks
back
it 5 feet back. That's pretty cool. Oh, that's really neat.
Yeah.
I was wondering how that would interact. Okay, so he doesn't do that, but he still has his 2 attacks. He's going to make those. It's a crit on the first one. So that's going to be 33 bludgeoning damage
Fuck.
on the first attack.
Yeah, we ain't even done yet.
And then the second one is a 24 to hit.
They'll still hit.
Okay.
My AC is 22 right now.
You take 18 more bludgeoning damage. I think that puts you down.
Yep, I'm down.
Okay. It's going to move over your space.
Its speed is 0.
Oh, right. You're right. Thank you. The one to the south, Falbin, is that is going to try to move in, and it's going to ignore you completely. It's going to attack Theo. That's a 12, and this one is a 10. Both of them miss. You're just like playing, and it's like you go to just kind of like headbang, and then as you headbang, like the water whip kind of like comes right over where you're not even looking at it. Okay, that's all the water elementals. Falvin, you are inside this water elemental. You can still attack it. You're not restrained.
This is getting disturbing.
No, this is not exciting enough. Hold on.
Can't use that.
guess I'm not going to provoke anything if I move 5 feet, am I? Can I move through an elemental? I'm not.
Yeah. You can move through.
Okay.
It's like difficult terrain, but yeah.
I'm going to use a bonus action. I think I can use a bonus action to apply a healing potion to Theo.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm applying a greater healing potion against Theo.
Theo just without stopping playing, just like leans over and Falcon just like dumps healing potion in his mouth.
Yep, and then
Just another concert.
Amazing.
Except it's usually shots.
Yeah.
So that'll be 15 points of healing.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then I'm going to take my rebound dagger and stab the wounded, whatchamacallit?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You'll get sneak attack and +2 to attack. And it's a crit.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
wow.
Let me go click my special button that I saved for opportunities like this.
Oh, God.
Get your special button.
Get him.
Get your special button.
This is Big Doink's TM. This is this is the Big Doink.
The big doink.
Is that? Yeah, it is this. It's the big one. I don't get to click it often these days.
No.
Big one.
Oh. +2.
That's right. 44.
Okay.
Wow.
How do you just finish
Big
this
doink.
water elemental?
I'm looking at it, and I can perceive that there's like a core to it. There's like a living essence, as it were, a beating heart that's kind of ethereal. And I kind of stick my dagger in like you're whisking an egg, and I just claw all over it with my dagger.
Amazing.
Great.
Whisking his eggs.
Just explodes in a shower of freezing water all over the room, and it's gone. Sick, nasty, awesome.
I'm done.
Okay, King Castus.
You sure?
I don't even know what he has.
72?
What he can do.
Your offhand dagger?
I used my bonus action to heal Theo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah,
King Castus is going to actually he's going to make a medicine check. No, he's going to move up, and I didn't think I was going to be using him in combat. He's going to roll 3 attacks against this water elemental. They all hit, and so he does. I don't want this to like imply his strength or anything, right?
Does 2 damage.
So I don't know much about his weaponry. Okay, he does 40 damage.
Overall?
Yeah,
Or
overall.
just...
Overall.
Oh, okay. Not just like, well, he attacked once,
One of his
40
attack.
damage. He attacked twice,
No, it's
40 damage.
You don't get a good look at what he's using. Magus.
Shade doesn't. Shade's unconscious.
Nope.
All right.
Sharpened stick.
I'm gonna move down here, and I am going to cast Binding Ice.
Unfold it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cast it here, and I'm going to use my new ability so that it just goes harmlessly past all of my allies and only freezes the water elementals.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay. What do they need to roll? Dex saves?
18 Constitution.
Constitution. It's a fail and a fail. Both fail.
All right, so they both take full damage and are frozen in place.
Sick. Okay, that's very cool.
14 damage to each of them.
And frozen in place. That's good. Anything else?
That's all I can do.
Okay, Shade, roll a death saving throw, which you do have +2 on.
Cool. Oh, cool.
Stop. Play the good song. Just keep playing that one.
It would be fun, they said.
It's +2 rather than advantage, but you do.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. You passed with both of them, so that's one success. Cool. Theo, you have one water elemental harassing you, but your friends are doing their best to keep them off of you. Go ahead and start with a.
Can I do like a trot backwards, getting out of range, having Rue go? Okay, so I'll
seems
start
like
with
being up on the
Rue.
pedestal is like important to the ritual for symbolic
being
reasons.
on the pedestal.
Uh-huh.
Right. I should probably stay on the pedestal then. Yeah, the show must go on, as I always
Be
say.
brave, my son.
Be brave, my son.
Plus a
so-
5 from the crowd.
And then does that +2 from Kyra go onto there too? Or?
She
Or
does
whoever
her
did
Song of Heroism, which means you can re-roll a die. The +2 is to
but
attack
Valis-
and damage. Valis is saving throws.
Gotcha. So 20.
20. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, you are just playing clean. You've repeated the verse a couple times, and you're adding complexities. You're adding like syncopation. You're adding like ghost notes and cool palm muting and stuff. You're playing this like nobody should play this song. It's too simple of a song, but you're playing it like it's freaking Dragon Force. You're improvising, and it's great. Okay, and then Rue does get a +2. It's not enough.
You're doing talons or breath attack?
Yes, breath attack.
Oh yeah.
I forgot that I had that.
Yes.
I would obviously do that.
Rue
So
cannot
they need to
shape.
make a dex saving throw.
Rue can't shape his breath attack though, can he?
No.
Correct.
So let me put down the template.
So that's gonna
and see
hit.
if it's
That's
something I
gonna
wanna
hit
do.
somebody. It's gonna hit Falbin, which
No, well, it's a cone. So if he just
Falbin's
shoots it
inside the
south-
water elemental.
Yeah, but
Oh,
I think Rue is too, technically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
this would be slightly.
I'm not trying to
over-
make you kill your friends.
on
I'm just,
this square.
making sure.
Can I? Oh boy, Control Z. Oh, it actually works.
Yeah,
That's a
Control Z
universal
works.
thing.
Dex saves. He fails.
I do it like
Yeah, so it takes full damage.
-9.
And that's 11 because of Pythor.
Right. Okie dokie.
That's enough out of me.
Rue went water elementals. So the one by you, Theo, is going to it's going to try to restrain you. So
You can't stop the music.
make a strength saving throw.
I'm so strong when
Does
I'm.
binding ice matter here?
It's not. Can
Yeah.
it attack?
It's just movement.
It's just movement.
It can still attack.
Okay.
Unless, well, you did.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
The ice only.
Oh
hinders
wait,
their
hold on.
movement.
He cannot whelm if he's not within your space, and he can't move, so he's not going to do that. He's just going to attack normally.
Ah!
Crit fail on the first one, and a hit on the second. So 25. So you're going to take 14 bludgeoning damage. You're still up.
Yowza.
The other elemental, is his speed still 0?
That's a nice potion.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still 0.
Frozen.
Frozen.
Yep.
He's going to attack Shade.
Oh
So
You're gonna hit a down cap.
oh wait,
huh?
it's an automatic crit when you're downed, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So okay, so here comes that 27 damage. You take 2 death fails.
Okay.
2 failures.
How do I show you that?
So you have 1 success, 2 failures. He has another attack, and he can't move. And he's gonna hit you again. So I think that's a kill. You take 34 more bludgeoning damage. And you just see like these 6 like Gigan-like arms made of nearly frozen water, like super cooled water, and they're just pummeling Shade into the ground, which is how he prefers to die.
Obviously, I mean that's.
And once he is satisfied that Shade is no longer going to be a threat, it remains frozen. Davey, I'm
Chills.
sorry. Falvin, I swear we're almost done.
So to be clear, there's nothing at this point I can do to help Shade.
Shade is dead.
Yep. I'm going to attack the elemental on Theo.
Yeah, you guys are just over there going like, ooh, 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 ooh. I guess Shade just keeps
that
getting.
sucks. Oh, that looks like it hurts.
27 to hit, 11
Yeah.
damage plus sneak attack.
Yeah. So 16.
5 more.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack him again, -5. Is the +2 still in effect?
Uh-huh. Yeah. So we would have taken another 2
17.
from that last one.
Correct. 17 to hit.
Yep.
And 13 more.
13. Nice. He's looking pretty injured. King Castus, same thing. 3 attacks.
Shank.
Oh wait. All hits. We'll just say 40 more damage because I'm not going to roll at all. Almost gets it. Magus.
I'm gonna magic missile the water elemental.
This one?
Next to
Or this
no,
one?
next to Theo.
Okay. You don't want to save your king?
He looks like he's doing fine. And both of them are still frozen, so they can't move. So,
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna.
I mean, they
magic
can.
missile.
Can they use an action to break out though?
They can, yes.
Yeah. They just have to choose to not attack.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it requires another
No.
creature to break. them
No.
free.
We went over that later. That's
okay.
way busted.
Okay.
Turns out.
And actually, now that I'm thinking of it, I'm wondering if I would have had him instead use an action to try to break through and not continue to pummel Shade. I think that's a big enough oversight that I should retcon that. Does that make
Okay.
sense? Does that make sense to you guys? Because the target
Yes.
is
Yeah.
Theo. We have to stop the ritual. It's
Oh, poor Theo.
okay. So he isn't going to attack because he uses his action. Shade, do you still get to do a potential? Oh no, you're unconscious anyway.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
but you're not dead.
unconscious.
You're not dead. You're not dead. That's what everybody wants to hear in D&D
You're
night.
not dead.
Okay, Magus, I'm sorry. You rolled.
Okay. In that case, I am going to target the water elemental who looks almost dead. Just
Okay.
taking out action economy. And so it's 3d4. Now, does Pythor's bonus apply to each dart?
Why not? Sure.
Why not?
Okay. So that's 3d4 plus 3 plus 6. So plus 9.
Wow.
And I'm going to use
he's dead.
Kyra to re-roll the 1. Oh, okay, yeah. He's dead. Cool.
Yeah, he's dead. If you want to describe it, you can, but he's dead.
No, we're out of time. And yeah, like,
Okay. It's Shade. Another death saving throw, +2. By the way, I do want to make a note. The gods are channeling their power into you, Theo. Like, you can feel them, like, they're not just providing buffs to you as the party. They are literally like focusing all their energy onto you to help you channel this ritual.
All right.
And you can tell it's taking a lot of focus and energy from them. 10. Okay, +2. That's another success. So you're at 2. Okay, Theo, last hurrah.
Can I use a bonus action to drink a potion?
Yeah. Actually, no. I'm gonna say your hands are busy. Your hands
Busy.
cannot stop. So no.
Busy.
Yeah.
I'm in
Fly.
Oh,
Nice.
That's right. 23.
my hands are busy. I'll see you guys on the other side.
Can Rue administer a potion?
I think so. Can he?
I think.
It's probably the third
I
trick you would have taught him, right?
reading that.
I know he can carry
actually
potions.
Somewhere in here.
Oh, hold on. He's under this water elemental.
Use your commands and an action.
Automated helper.
If you're incapacitated, your stim fate acts.
You can
on its own.
administer a potion to any willing creature as an action. Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Additionally, the stim fate can use a bonus action to stabilize a dying creature that it can touch.
What?
So
Why
you
haven't I
could
done that?
you could actually do both. You could have it use its action to potion you and then fly over to Shade and stabilize him.
Do that. Heal me.
your dragon-like metal bird flies over you, dumps more healing potion in your mouth as you're just shredding away, and then flies back and patches up the audience member. Amazing.
I
So
prefer the term roadie.
Roadie?
This is way better than dealing 4 damage.
Okay, Theo, I'm going to tell you, we are moving into cutscene time. So, Theo, your voice strains over the howling of the wind. Your fingers, you look down, bleeding from the speed of your playing. All the while, looking around, you can see your friends, Rue included, fighting with you for the freedom not to choose, to make your own path. And as you look up through the glass dome into the apocalyptic sky, your eyes meet the face of your grandfather, your song seeking to drive him back from the land and the people you love. What are you thinking in this moment?
Thinking how fortunate I am to have all of these people who are in this with me together. My family that I'm fighting against and my family standing beside me and just fighting this evil that has come across this land, and feeling fortunate from where I started and where I am now that I have all of this support in this fight.
That's perfect. You're coming close to the end of the song. You feel your spirit swell, and a radiant beam races up towards the heavens. Yes, I'm doing a sky beam.
Yes.
I love sky beams. A radiant beam races up towards the heavens, where you can see another beam of light piercing down through the clouds.
Yes.
The hairs on the strings on your lute begin to fray and pop as you play the final arpeggio with furious speed, finally picking that perfect high ending note as the two beams of light collide high above the city. You can hear the singing from Stygian Row, and the collision projects the long final note into a shockwave that the entire city can hear. There is a moment of silence as all the rain is flung up and away and then begins to make its return back down with a massive splash. And then the wall of cloud breaks, spilling light down over the rain-slicked marble metropolis. And then outside, you can start to hear the sound of thousands cheering. Rue flies over and lands on your shoulder. and he says, "Can we please go hunt some birds now?" I'm not joking.
Concert.
He talks to you.
What?
I'm not joking.
What?
He says that.
We will, Rue.
For crying out loud. Kyra turns to you and she laughs more than you've ever seen her laugh. She runs and jumps up on the altar and gives you a huge bear hug. But as she pulls away to look at you, her big grin drops a bit and her legs give out as she drops to the marble floor. And then you look around and Valis collapses. And then Volcan. And finally, Pythor. What are you guys doing?
Can I do a quick religion check to understand, like, is this known? Is this, like, how do gods faint, or what?
You're doing that while Kyra is, like, in trouble?
Yeah.
She, like, extends her hand towards you.
Oh, well then, yeah, like, I'm obviously, like, gonna take it.
Yeah, do some research really quick.
It's more like racking his brain while he's like heading
Sure.
towards
You-
her, like,
you don't have time.
Totally ignore.
Okay.
Falva's gonna totally ignore the gods. Well, that's going on. He's gonna go over to Shade and drop some potion down his gullet.
Okay. While you're doing that, Kyra, she smiles at you, Falbin, as you step over to help your friend, and then she looks at Theo and Magus, sorry, looks at the two of you, and with a very weak smile, she's having a hard time keeping her eyes open. She says, "Thank you for being heroes." And she falls limp. And that's where we'll end our session.
Shade. Whew, what happened?
Nope, session's over. We're done.
Yeah, you don't get the last word.
We are done. Yeah. So
Is the water elemental still alive?
no, it's gone. The water elemental shattered. It's sunny. You guys are real concerned about not Kyra. That's interesting.
Well, Rue said something, so
Falbin's
other people finally heard him.
priority have always been a little bit different.
Totally. Totally. Okay, GG. That's all for today, folks. Yeah. Anyway, you
So,
beat.
are we just limp, huh? Limp noodles.
Yep.
Yeah, she said.
Yeah.
Limp.
That's how you end a session before it's going to be 2 weeks
And then,
before you have another one.
DM's like, they're giving of their life essence.
Yeah.
Essentially was the core.
Don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it.
Don't
Just
overthink it.
What's the?
Just
what's
wait
the?
a month.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the good news is that we're gonna make a new god, I guess.
Maybe there's potentially some openings.
Are you taking applications?
Cool. Awesome. Okay. Well, thanks for joining. Tune in 3 weeks from now.